fuck am I? The fuck is this shit?
Disgusting. Sexual.
Parents say it is not for kids.
Pornography in the workplace, being played on TV screens, drawings.
They ransacked and took off with the family car.
People making nasty comments about women.
Virus spreading in our area, find out where.
Racial language and racist attacks.
Push the button! I'm a black ninja, fuckface!
All right, we remember. Shut up.
We smoke pot with Snoop Doggy Dogg on a daily basis.
You're talking out your ass.
There's gonna be some action today.
I'm gonna crap myself.
Oh, what a log you're gonna have.
Holy shit.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Holy shit, Yahoo, indeed.
Oh.
With Opie.
I have psychosis.
Anthony.
I'm a xenophobic asshole.
Jim Norton.
I don't have the chops to do this.
And a bunch of zeros.
Good old Ben.
Steve really is love.
Perfectly enunciating bulb.
Sorry, Steve.
E-Rock! I bring nothing to the table.
They love when Hawk fucks up.
Shut up. But more importantly, we see Derek's balls.
You just relax. Here comes the funny.
Problem, Hawk?
My crotch is burning so bad.
Shut up!
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
That's funny. I'm funny. I'm funny. I'm funny. Hey, it's the Opie and Anthony program. Hi. We're showing our diversity today. Is that what we're doing? It's Diversity Day. Actually, yesterday we talked about heavy metal music for like an hour. Yeah. And now today we bring it into the inner city for everybody. Right. We got Drew Boogie scratching live on our program once again. He was supposed to do this before he went on vacation, but he overslept. Overslept? So this is like a make good.
Come on.
Typical DJ.
Typical.
Jesus. Boys.
Typical. No. So what's in the headlines today?
I wouldn't know.
Why?
Why? What's wrong, Jimmy?
Nothing.
Problem?
Nah.
Oh, no.
Not at all.
Oh, no. What?
Wait, I don't get it.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. He doesn't have any newspapers.
They're,
What's in the headlines today? I don't know.
The boys are a little disorganized today. Ben's under the weather. He's just kind of sweating profusely at his desk.
That could be any day of the week for Ben.
And
That's
so now
true.
E-Rock is like the one-man wrecking crew trying to get everything done in the
Wrecking
studio.
crew is a good way to put it.
Yes, that's why I said
Anything
that.
that might be constructive is just torn down. And, yeah, I didn't even notice. I came running in here. Me and Jimmy, we're continuing our 9/11 debate in the office, and I'm hearing the music start, Ecstasy of Gold. I look and go, oh, it's 7 o'clock. Perhaps I should step into the studio.
Yeah, see, you guys are bonding, and I'm
We just
like,
don't stop.
you two are bonding about that, and I'm like, hey, did anyone see the Tyra Banks show yesterday?
Tyra Banks? She's crazy.
She's a lunatic.
That woman's insane. Which she is.
Yeah, we got some great audio, actually. It will be very entertaining.
I gotta just before we go, because I'm in a good mood today. Actually, I'm a little tired, but I relaxed yesterday on my new bar stools.
Oh, congratulations, Jimmy.
Don't congratulate me.
Why?
Congratulate the listeners.
Oh, yeah.
The old O&A Pest got something done for Jimmy.
Beyond belief. And that, please don't call the chair people anymore. I almost felt bad. The guy, the owner's son, you guys know my bar stools weren't coming. I felt I was being mistreated. I was very angry.
Yes.
The owner's, I finally get the guy on the phone. It's the owner's son. He goes, look, I was out of the country. Remember I told you the fabric was going to take a couple weeks? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, they came, They were in the warehouse, but I had to reupholster them, and they shouldn't have told you that they were there because they weren't ready to be picked up yet. So the times where the guy's saying, like, yeah, they're here, the guy's like, I hadn't come back and reupholstered them yet, so they weren't ready for you. But they didn't know that. I actually believed him because he was a nice dude. So you're not supposed to write checks. You're supposed to only, like, go in and swipe credit cards. He's like, look, I'll bring them to you. He was getting so assaulted.
He brought them to you.
The owner's son had to bring me bar stools in his car. And he goes, I'm like, should I write you a check? He's like, just do what you want. I don't care.
Just do what you want. Just call off your dogs.
Dude, I swear to God. Just take the bar stools. Dude, he shows up. There's 2 bar stools in front of my apartment, and he's standing there. And we say hello, and he goes, who's Ramon?
He did not.
It's the first thing he said to me.
Ramon!
Oh,
Why don't you take Jimmy's bar stools, turn them upside down, and invite over 3 friends? Ramon!
That first day I heard, just because Neo doesn't change his, there's a guy named Neo on Pal Talk who doesn't change his voice.
Yeah.
There's Ramon. Yeah, let me see what's going on. Ramon! And it's just the same guy just saying Ramon. And these awful calls were being made. And it just ruined their business.
Oh, is that hysterical?
Dude, I really wanted to laugh in his face when he said, who's Ramon? How do you explain that?
That's wonderful.
So thank you guys very, very much, but please give him a break. The guy's he was a defeated man. I saw a raped man.
Bravo.
Bravo to the pet.
Good. Mission accomplished.
We will not be ignored.
Amazing.
I won't be ignored, Dan. I'd like that bar stool.
Let's go to John in Utah. John.
Hey, you guys have had such an awesome week. I think you guys should just coast today.
All right. Well, I like this guy's advice.
First of all, we've only worked 3 days this week so far.
Yeah.
And we have had a really good week of radio, which means we're going to stink on ice today. That's just how it works with us.
You guys are worth every dime I've spent on XM just on this week.
You know what we're like?
All right, punching out.
We're kind of like awakenings with the dopamine. Like if you get 3 or 4 good days in a row, just be grateful, and you know a shitty day is coming.
One's coming.
Little Jimmy Norton's in the news today, too, Anthony.
I saw that. Not that I cared about little Jimmy Norton, but I saw Opie and Anthony in Google News.
It was embarrassing.
Had to look, and there it is, our pal Jimmy.
Yeah, so you walked in to have a conversation with a 13-year-old.
I love the headline because it says, Jim Norton of Opie and Anthony.
Yes.
Why can't you just get your own headline every once in a while?
That's fine. That's how I would put it.
Why?
Because realistically, this show is this is my base. This is my...
Your bread and butter.
Ooh, I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, I made it up.
I would have said my low-carb pita.
LOL.
Give me those ribs, Drew.
Oh.
Hey, I got to back up just slightly because Evil Trucker has a very good idea out of Dallas. Evil Trucker, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, fancy men?
Also known as Max. What's up, Max?
Hey, bud. Hey, I was wondering, man, we ought to make some money renting the pests out.
Can you imagine?
What an idea. Someone has a problem like Jimmy did with a furniture company or I did with a car company or anything like that, and we rent out the pests to do some virtual leg breaking and get the problem solved.
Can you imagine?
Dude, my ex-wife works for a judge, and she keeps bugging the fuck out of me, calling me. How many Ramones would her judge love to hear?
Well, that could be a problem.
Yeah, that's good, sir. Why don't we just hire them to murder people? What's the matter with you? You call the
Murder
judge.
Inc.
Yeah. Hey, pest, go after the federal judge.
Yeah,
What's the matter
do
with
that.
you?
That's smart. I like your idea. You know, somebody's not getting a delivery, has a problem with a company.
Why don't we start slow with, like, maybe the local party planner
Yeah.
that didn't have enough balloons for the kids' party?
How about we not go right up to a judge and maybe start with Levitts or something like that?
Ramon, unroll my carpet. There you go. There you go.
By the way, Anthony, I got to thank you because I got the divorce based on your story, and I wound up coming out on top, dude. So thank you very much.
Bravo. Did you take some of that advice and take the money out of the bank? And
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
She wound up losing a $35,000 GMC loaded out Envoy. That's what I'm driving right now.
I almost feel like the pain I went through is worth it because I helped some people out there like Evil Trucker. Glad I could help, sir.
All right, Evil.
You rule, Ed. You guys have a good day.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Ed in Connecticut. Ed?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Sugar
All right.
Tits?
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, listen, real quick, I heard Anthony mention this morning in passing that him and Jimmy were arguing this morning about 9/11.
We weren't arguing this morning.
No, we were pretty much
they were having a discussion.
talking, discussing.
Yeah, and the other night last night I was listening to the replay, and Jimmy mentioned that he agreed with some of the shit that Crackpot was saying.
No, dude. Well, what I said was, some of it made sense, and I didn't have enough technical expertise to refute it.
Okay.
And I knew that dude, hold on. I figured there was a rational explanation for it, but I'm not going to pretend I know the answers. Ants are much better at stuff like that. Like there were certain things in the towers that fell, like these little lights going off, and I'm like, all right, well, what is that? And he made a great point about how it's air being compressed from the pressure. Okay, I wouldn't have thought of that. So not what I said.
Shooting out of ducts that run up the side of the building, shooting out windows, weak points, and it's like a piston moving down a cylinder. It's not just going to come out of the top. It's going to come out of any weak point down the cylinder, and that's what those little puffs were. I did a lot of research last. I don't just go home after an argument like on the air yesterday. I did research. I sat down and read the government's 9/11 report that came out. I read through it. First of all, let me tell you something.
How many pages was that?
It's like 519 pages.
I watched this.
And then footnotes.
I watched the second half of the Heavy Metal movie.
Did you watch that?
And I thought I was doing some heavy lifting.
Let me recommend.
I jerked off in Pal Talk.
I mean, what the?
Let me recommend the 9/11 Commission's report. Right. It is great reading. Even if you just read the first chapter, it shows the whole setup, and it really, the evidence there, the paper trail that they left is overwhelming. The logic in how this was carried out and handled by these terrorists, by the upper echelon, the financing, where it came from, the testimony of security cameras, the people at the airport, the FAA, air traffic controllers, crew members that called, family members that listened to the call. There's so much shit. Evidence that is completely contrary to what that guy was saying yesterday.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing found at the Pentagon. There are photos of a fireman standing next to a hole in the Pentagon that is called this small hole. How did the nose make this? It's a blowout hole the fireman made for access. Right. Nothing to do with the plane. Laying next to it is a landing gear hub. They compare it, it's a perfect picture of it too, with the landing gear hub of a 757. It matches perfectly with that. Obviously, a 757 hit.
Yeah, I just want to make sure Jimmy wasn't buying any of that bullshit.
No.
I'm not
Jimmy's a smart guy. We just needed more information to refute the bullshit artists.
Yeah, when you have somebody, like when you watch the documentary and they're raising certain points of physics and stuff, even though it sounds good and it may be bullshit, I just didn't have the expertise to refute it because I could have refuted it going, look, you're a crackpot in a jizz bucket and you're walking around. The guy walks around, this guy Corey Rowe. I think there's a picture of him wearing a shirt that said 9/11 investigation.
Yeah, man.
Like, oh, wait, whatever happened to Corey? Haven't you heard?
Haven't you heard?
Don't you know what he's been doing?
All
right, Ed. You mean that Corey that I thought would never be? Yeah, he's the guy that solved it.
You're reading the report from 1996 until the actual event on 9/11. It would that's what they should make a movie of. And then, stop it right at the attacks.
They did
Did they?
Yeah.
From 96 on, because that is some fascinating shit, the way it was coordinated between these animals, how they actually gained entry to flight lessons, how horrible a lot of them were at flying, how the flight instructors were suspicious, how we came so close, just a couple of, you're reading it, knowing how it ends, which pisses you off, and it's just like, God, if this guy just would have spoke up more, or if these two would have hooked up and traded info, or if this agent could have traded information with another agency, like something might have crumbled in the plan, but it all just went. Do you know, 9 out of the 10 American airline hijackers were picked out of the security line before they boarded by a computer program that picks up threats to civil aviation. But all that happened when this program was tripped is that your luggage, your checked luggage, was kept off the plane until they made sure you were on the plane. So you couldn't load a bomb in, get off the plane. They wanted to make sure you were on. But 9 of the hijackers, 10 of which were on American Airlines, were screened, were pulled off and pulled aside and kept off until they made sure that their bags were kept off until they made sure they were on.
And a couple of them were stopped at security checkpoints.
Stopped at security. Mohammed Atta went to Maine to take the flight back and was pissed off because they made him go through security again. Usually when you get a transfer flight, you don't go through security again. You just go to your flight, your connecting flight. They made him go through security again. He was pissed off at it. And, boom, in this day and age, you're pulled aside, things happen. Security was so lax and, there were so many things. You read through this, it's really fascinating reading.
And that's why you have to love the fact that when they were profiling here, and again, there's a way to do it, but you're taught in this stupid, politically correct mentality, hey, everyone, really? We know who's doing these things, and when you want to pull them aside and talk to them, you have to justify it and pull aside a fat white lady, too, and a grandmother, just so nobody's feelings get hurt.
Another terrorist that day didn't have a photograph, didn't have photo ID, and couldn't speak English. And one of the security people pulled him aside, talked with him, got some guy that could understand him a little bit, and, all right, you're free to get on the fucking plane. You think that would happen now?
How many of these pages did you read?
A couple of hundred.
Was it a page turner like the Warren Report?
It really was a page turner. It was very good, and even the footnotes. Some of the footnotes were very interesting little things, and just information that it's it's a collection, and it's not this partisan crap. It's a collection of all the evidence, the physical evidence, the hardware, the testimony from so many different people and agencies and everything that they pawed through. And the thing is, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Not like this fucking guy with a plane that landed and then another plane, Flight 93, landed behind it.
Oh, God.
And 15 minutes later, they all got out and went into a NASA building where 200 people, he don't know where they went, but they're somewhere. Get the fuck out of here.
See, this is what sucks about most conspiracy people, is you have no ability to critique when you're wrong.
Nope.
Like, one of the things that bothered me about the Pentagon hit was, or the Trade Center I understood, but the Pentagon, why is there was hardly any plane. It's like, how does a plane vaporize? And he actually did something cool. He showed a piece of a mountain, like a plane that hit a mountain doing 500 miles an hour, and he goes, this is what you'd probably find. You'd find this and that. All right, where was that? And then someone else sent me footage, one of the listeners, again, always coming through, a fucking plane. They did a test on nuclear reactors of this plane that flew. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
The plane vaporized when it hit the thing. So that explains to me, oh, yeah, that can happen if it hits a concrete wall with no give. You can vaporize a plane.
And here's some of the things that they left out, that these conspiracy guys leave out at the Pentagon. There were wing marks so low on the building. This guy, it was a 1 in a million shot that he flew this plane into the Pentagon. Barely nicked the ground right before he hit. So the wing level was very low, and you could see it. You could see where the wings actually hit the Pentagon. They take a picture where the firemen have sprayed foam because that whole line was on fire. They spray foam so now you can't see where the wings hit. And they say, where are the wing marks? Well, they're under the fucking foam. They also show this fenced-in area where there was a generator, and you can see exactly where the engine knocked two of these poles down and ripped through the fence. They have it, like, if you just go to a few sites, you can see the exact path that all these planes took. But, well, we're all idiots.
Let's go to Matt in Jersey. Matt, what's up?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good, Matt.
Hey, man.
Listen, I just wanted to say, I'm not with that kook from yesterday, all right? I know that 2 planes flew in. We all saw it. The entire world saw it. The thing is, though, he did mention a stupid website that actually, if you see it, it does kind of make sense, even though it's been disproven by the government. But the one thing that got me was Flight 93 going in Pennsylvania, and the one that went into the Pentagon.
Yeah.
And the website that he did mention, it actually did go into detail. And
Eatabullet.com, I know, yeah.
Yeah, it does make kind of sense. If you really look at it.
What makes sense?
Well, with the way the plane flew in the Pentagon, it shows that the light posts, there's light posts that were around it, and there was actual film from the Marriott building from across the street, and there was video from, I believe, a few gas stations. The government, the FBI, came in and took and seized the film.
Yeah, we know that. And the light posts were sheared off when the plane hit it. Yeah. So.
But it was pointing in a different direction as opposed to where the plane was going in.
Well, dude, my question is this, and this is something I don't like the fact that they confiscated that film. I mean, I understand the security, the bottom of the security was breached, and as American citizens, they should show it. But you really think that if they were plotting it and making it up, that they would shear them in the wrong way? Like, if they could pull this off, they would shear them in the correct direction.
When a plane hits a light pole, I don't know if you can calculate which way it's going to fucking land, to tell you the truth.
No, but I mean, it was all going in one direction. I mean, because the jet blast would obviously bring it back a different direction, but it was in a total different direction.
You know, there's a very heavy generator that was pushed by one of the engines toward the building. Mm-hmm. Like, there are so many things that refute a light post that spins around like a pixie stick on the ground when it's getting hit. It doesn't. That's not evidence that tells me that a plane didn't hit the building.
Right.
Because a light post is facing a weird way or in a strange place.
But this website's not. This website's also saying that it wasn't a passenger plane; that it was one of those, like a cruise missile.
No, it was. Then where did the 757 landing gear come from? Where did the engine? That's another thing. This turbofan from the engine, exactly. Titanium. It didn't. Right, exactly. You know something? It's a blatant lie. I looked at a blueprint of a 757 engine. Jesus.
And the thing is, he actually had one at home. He didn't have to go find it.
That piece from the turbine matches perfectly to a 757 engine.
Wow.
A fucking Rolls-Royce engine. It matches perfectly.
Also, do you think that it honestly vaporized on the ground?
Hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute. You know what?
Let me just look at Anthony and be nauseous.
Sometimes you gotta really listen. Do you understand what Anthony just did last night?
I was incensed.
I looked at the Insider. The Katie Holmes countdown continues. I
was pissed off.
I watched Kara for MySpace and almost got a tit shot when she was cleaning something off the desk.
Guys, love you punching out.
And Anthony is unrolling blueprints.
I had to compare.
Reminds you of the good old days, doesn't it? When the Desert Fox was looking for you. Just unrolling them with all your generals.
Oh, my God.
Look,
you are
someone has to do it.
You're literally one of the only people I know in this world that can make me feel really, really stupid.
I had to. I was
You actually
so
looked
angered.
at blueprints?
They're readily available. They are readily available. That's why I said, look, I don't want to go on a tear here for hours on end, but that's what I said yesterday. This was probably one point that I made. I listened to the replay and was pissed off all over again. I made a point to this guy, and this is something I think a lot of people have to understand in order to think for yourself. Both sides like to wrap things in packages they can shove down your throat. That's what this guy has. He's got a collection. He made his little flash movie. It's great. I bet he used his new little programs to put all his little clips together with his horrid voiceover that he does on that. You think you've seen enough? Check it out. Ugh. Shut up, if I may borrow from Jimmy. Ugh.
That was a different guy I think he had.
Oh.
The guy we were supposed to get was the narrator.
Yeah.
But then they brought in the big guns.
Yes.
9/11 investigation. Hold on. Baba! I bet you he actually has like a piano soundtrack following him whenever he walks in. Baba! My God, it's the kid with the guts.
Taking on the government.
My God, man.
Young go-getter.
There he is. Don't tangle with Corey.
And they like to wrap things up and shove it down your throat because it's so easily packaged that if you watch the whole thing and know nothing else about the situation, you would sit there and go, wow, hey, check that out. Whoa, look, the engine doesn't match. Hey, look, there was no evidence of a plane here. Hey, there's flashes that look like multiple explosions bringing the building down. But, all right, you don't have to go punching up blueprints to certain aircraft. But there are other ways and means of informing yourself that refute these things and you know, read the 9/11 Commission report, at least pieces of it. Look online for other pictures from the Pentagon. Look at all the pictures that you can find of the Pentagon.
Can I get the Cliff Notes?
No, you kind of got to find it yourself. Dwayne Reed, you want the Cliff Notes?
I want the Cliff Notes, please.
Or how about this? Don't read any blueprints. Just hang out with someone who would. And there you go.
There you go.
Just hang out with a smart friend.
I got a smart friend.
What would Corey say when he walks into the room about something like that?
The blueprints were manufactured by the government, man. Hey, get me my shirt. What does it say on it? 9/11 investigation. And he can't talk till the music stops, so he has to stare longer than is comfortable.
Shit. All right, well.
Stupid. That cop yesterday was great. No, it didn't. Stupid.
No, it didn't.
I was there. Stupid.
He asks him, too. The cop was so, he's so pissed. He just goes, oh, well, how did the building come down? Well, it didn't, stupid.
Well, here's a guy that was there, and the guy sounded to me legit like a legit retired detective.
Pissed.
Just the way he was talking, you knew. Or a retired cop. The bottom of the building was damaged. Obviously, from falling. Okay, and he saw it, and he's saying, I saw it, and this young dummy is going, no, that's not it, you're mistaken.
Yeah.
Because what, you read it or you talked to it? Shut up.
The guy wasn't there, and then you realize, this motherfucker was 18 when it happened? Yeah, you little shit. He probably got called out of school when it happened. We saw it, Buster. Don't tell me with your shirt. What does his shirt say?
9/11 investigation.
Let's go to Craig in Texas. Hey, Craig.
Hey, fellas. Good morning.
Good morning.
My father-in-law works at the Pentagon, has worked at the Pentagon about 12 years now. And we had to sit down and talk about it. I've been to the Pentagon. I've seen the little memorial they have.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to tell me a lie. I mean, luckily he wasn't in his office. He was in a meeting. If he was in his office, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
So I can't really say much about the World Trade Center, but I can talk about the Pentagon a little bit. And it happened.
It just happened. That's the way it happened. And then he talks about, what did he say yesterday, that the G-forces of the plane, he made at 500 miles an hour, he made a over 300-degree turn to turn into the Pentagon. You read the report, idiot. From the FAA and from air traffic controllers. He made the turn and then goosed it and flew in straight at over 500 miles an hour. From 5 miles away, it was 5 miles away when he made that turn, at a speed that could handle the turn. And then he goosed it full speed, over 500 miles an hour into the building, which would pulverize the plane. The guy didn't... And they like to just, pulled out of his ass, oh, so at 500 miles an hour, you're going to make a 330-degree turn? No, it's not how it happened. He just mixes shit up, pulls it out of his asshole.
And a valid point is, look, there's voice recordings. Families recognize the voice recordings. You ever hear the flight attendant voice?
Dude, voice morphing. There's a program that you just need 10 minutes, maybe, of audio from anybody. And you can type it in. And the guy's voice will come out and say anything.
Oh.
So that's what was happening. These people's family weren't getting calls from loved ones. They were getting voice-morphed calls. Such outrageous X-Files shit.
And these people were given the right answers?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
You would think something would be up like...
And when I said to the guy, I said, is it possible that it's just people that hate us and wanted to kill it? And he goes, no, that is impossible. Oh, that's impossible, but your fucking wacky contraption
You know what else?
Of a plan.
You know what else was impossible? Him to feel like he was going to amount to anything in the eyes of his parents.
Exactly.
And now all of a sudden he's doing something, and they probably try to fake like they're proud of him. Like, no, you're still doing that. That's good.
I think he comes over the house.
Yes.
And like it's always about this.
He argues with his dad all the time because his father's just like, ugh, what are you, such a douche? How did I raise you?
Looks at dad. His dad's probably a veteran and everything, and he's sitting in the chair, and I don't know, what would he say to him? Like something stupid about the buildings.
You know, Dad, it's people like you are narrow-minded.
Staring creepily at his father.
Stop with the way he stares, he has a hand on his hip and he points with one finger. An ass.
Mike in Jersey, what's up, Mike?
That's it, youngster.
Let's go, Mike.
Hello.
Let's go.
What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey.
Hey, just wanted to say, since I've been listening, I got my XM for Christmas. Yeah. Yesterday was two of the funniest segments I've heard. Between Norton's call and Steve from Yellowstone, I was going to grab a salad for lunch, and I ended up hearing Steve from Yellowstone, and I'm there with the headphones on, and I'm starting to cringe. And the minute I heard Ramon, I burst out into laughter where tears are streaming down my face.
Oh,
thank you.
The call, I heard the replay. Yeah. Too goddamn funny. Pounded. The AIDS, my favorite, I hope you get AIDS from your sippy cup.
But there's one point I want to make. Did anybody ever dawn on these guys that the Pentagon is a fortress?
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing is, the plane flies into it at 500 miles an hour. The Pentagon is the symbol of our defense. It's a fortress. It's got miles and miles of stuff underneath it. Anything that's going to crash into that or attack it, it's not going to fall down. So for that little part to be destroyed and the plane be incinerated, it kind of makes sense.
And the beauty is, like, the one thing they said was Rumsfeld was safely on the other side of the building in his office. Like that was the government was going to do this, and Rumsfeld was in on it, and Rumsfeld said, all right, I'll be in the building, but just make sure I'm on the other side.
Yeah, right.
Just make sure I'm not on that side when you do it.
Yeah, I think they could come up with a better excuse.
Yeah,
why he had to be in China or something.
Exactly. Couldn't Rumsfeld have been somewhere?
Right.
Perhaps in Nantucket shopping. I was looking for Scrimshaw. Didn't really sound like Rumsfeld, but you got the point.
Not really.
I don't do impersonations. That sounded more like Carson.
Did a good Carson.
Yes, I certainly did.
When did the movie JFK come out?
I don't know, but don't ask for that high-pitched fucking trailing voice again.
Yeah.
When did the movie JFK come out?
It's like Jimmy acting.
Bye, Mikey.
Say, I'm Mr. X, Bubba Truth on your side.
He was feeling really good and figured he'd have a conversation.
That's right. Beat it, stupid. You're not solving anything.
Scott in New York, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, man.
I wouldn't say I necessarily agree with that psychopath from yesterday.
Yeah.
But I have a question. I went down there. I work down here. And I was down there on the pile. I'm a volunteer firefighter. But I have a question. If like one World Trade came down, two World Trade, 5 and 7, but like the Millennium Building was fine, 140 West Street was fine, and like I'm not saying. I mean, I think that kid's a psychopath.
Yeah, dude. You know what it is? A lot of people can't accept the fact that things are like random. You know, chaos theory. Things like that. Why does a tornado like wipe out the house, one house, and then the house next door doesn't even have a scratch on it?
Yeah,
things like that. There's
point.
no test that was ever run on slamming two planes into two giant buildings. So one building falls, the other one doesn't. You know?
Yeah.
It happened that way.
But it's
just gotta accept
World
it.
Trade Center buildings falling.
And dude, let me tell you something. If the government was really doing it, that should be an indicator to you that it was not. They're not. If they're smart enough to pull that off, do you really think they'd blow everything around it up and then not the Millennium Building?
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, it was pretty crazy being down there, but it's just...
By it not making sense, sir, that is what makes perfect sense. Do you understand that part of... Like, that's what the conspiracy guy doesn't understand. Well, there's this little thing, and that's how things happen in life. It's very random.
Yeah,
Shit
I know. You
happens like that.
Anything, but...
Two planes hit two buildings. They fall down. They're going to smash one. The other one's not going to be touched. Things happen.
And what's his name?
That pedestrian bridge didn't go down. Holy shit. What a surprise that was.
Is that still up, or they didn't replace that, did they?
No, it's still the original.
That thing, I was surprised as hell to see that thing was still standing after the whole thing.
What are you talking about, that glass atrium?
Yeah, it's like the sheet metal and windows.
Across the West Side Highway.
The pedestrian walk.
Yeah, right, I know what you're talking about.
It's dented, it's got some holes in it, but it's still there.
And then
the building was right connected to the fucking building.
Did they knock down that other building yet that's just been sitting there? That basically a huge piece of it has been carved out?
They're working on it. They actually found some more remains on the roof the other day.
The other day?
Yeah, just the other day. They found some bones.
That was
on the
news
roof
there. I saw that.
They're, send off to identify. They'll be finding shit for years. Every time they move some piece of a building, there's remains.
All right, Scott.
All right, guys, you guys suck. Love you. Bye-bye.
Those must have been the people, that got off the plane.
I was down there within the first week or two, and that one building, to see the whole front of it just gone.
It looked like Godzilla took his claw
Yeah.
and went and just scratched it and left because you saw the floors in there. And
it was like 30, 40 stories up.
Yeah.
And there was, the fire department and the NYPD just with huge brooms just sweeping entire offices out.
Yeah.
Because the wall was gone.
Yeah.
And you just see desks and computer equipment and chairs just falling and falling into a huge pile because they were just, cleaning it up or whatever.
Wasn't there a giant piece of, because, the towers have those great, very distinctive, you'll be able to phrase it better than I will. Remember, you see the picture after it fell?
Oh, yeah. Well, the metal facade.
Right, yeah, facade. Thank you.
Yeah.
A piece of that fell into the building, like a tomahawk almost.
Yeah, and it was it left a big crease and was stuck right in the side of it.
It was like a piece of snow with I don't give very good examples. It was like a piece of snow with an icicle sticking.
Yeah.
I give the worst examples. No, it wasn't.
Like.
It was like fluffing on her, but yet in a different state. What an ass I am. Can I fucking enunciate or paint a picture? And you paint these amazing pictures. You really are fucking
Jimmy.
Fucking Davy description, and I have no ability.
I hate you for it.
Oh, believe me, and that tight sweater is making me sick to my stomach.
I knew it would. The second I put this on this morning, I go, this is trouble.
It's like a child's medium. Travis couldn't fit in that.
I knew this was going to be trouble right when I put it on. I opened my closet door and went, oh boy, this is going to be trouble.
And that takes some of the attention away from me because I wasn't able to shower today.
Yeah, but no one would know that. You don't smell. I mean, no one would know that till
the hair doesn't look too greasy or anything?
Pattern of an apple pie on it, too.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Nice little crisscross look.
It's adorable.
Nice. Beautiful.
All right, listen, why don't we take a break?
We're
done with the 9/11 stuff for now.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun yesterday on so many levels. We got Drew Boogie in studio. He's mixing live for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll let him do that, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about Tyra Banks and what she did on her stupid America's Next Top Model show.
Psychopath, she is.
It is hilarious. And then we got to talk about Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks.
She did another phobia show. This is her thing that she did.
That's her thing?
It's
you got to give her credit. Did anyone else do this before? Like everyone does the paternity shows. A lot of people do the your cheating show, Springer, things like that.
The freak show.
Has she does she own this? Did she make up the phobia
show?
and then people facing it?
Yeah.
Wow, all right. Give her some credit.
She's ridiculous.
She's a genius and a psychopath.
Wait to hear about the lady that is scared of ovens and what Tyra made her do.
Oh, no.
For some kind of cute little prize.
What happened? Why was Mrs. Siegel so nervous?
But first, it's Drew Boogie, everyone.
I just ate 4 burritos and drank a pot of coffee. Anyone for trouser chili?
Oh, God damn.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, God.
be kidding me, man. That is really cool.
That's nice.
True Boogie live in studio today.
A little Uncle Junior in there.
No kidding. Perfect timing, too, because Frank Vincent will be calling the program in about 10, 15 minutes.
Nice.
I'm very psyched.
Frank Vincent, you know him from The Sopranos, obviously, right?
Guy's a legend. Sopranos.
I loved him. He's Billy Bats in Goodfellas.
Billy Bats.
Stop breaking his balls. He's getting fucking fresh. My favorite line in movie history.
Getting fresh.
Getting fucking fresh.
I think we only have him for like 5 or 10 minutes today. He's got a book, A Guy's Guide to Being a Man's Man.
Yeah.
I annoyed him.
I bet you Bubba the
Did
Love
you?
Sponge has read this book.
Man.
Bubba wrote the forward.
Man.
You gotta talk in a phony radio voice.
You annoyed him?
Yeah, the Kiss concert.
What did you do?
He was actually my first celebrity photo turned down.
Turned down?
Yeah.
Everybody from Goodfellas.
Dude, do you understand that in that scene, I've met De Niro, Frank Vincent, Pesci, Michael Imperioli from this famous spider scene. I've met all the players, the main players. Pesci I got a photo with, and Michael Imperioli, but De Niro and Frank Vincent.
No.
Frank Vincent was in a very hectic situation. But it was very funny. Like, he just kind of snapped at me. I was like,
did he?
Yeah, but I got kissed later, so I didn't really count it. I'll tell the story when he calls in. Oh, guys, just sit down for it.
He kissed you?
No. I got kissed. Jesus, Ope. That would have been a nice way to surprise you.
What you said? I
got kissed later, not kissed.
You were looking in the mirror and you want to buy some pot?
All right. Jim Norton, by the way, the article, another fine article on Jim Norton came out today.
Of course.
Google Opie and Anthony and hit news, and you'll see an article called Jim Norton of Opie and Anthony is the headline. And it's a fine article, Jimmy. Jimmy's playing Bananas in Poughkeepsie all weekend long. He's leaving right after the show today.
This is by this guy, what's his name? Jermaine Lucier, which is probably the worst name for a reporter ever. But he's a fan of the show, and he does accurate job for with articles, man. He doesn't fucking misquote you in editorials.
No. I love that he left this in. He has a question. If you had to sell yourself to an audience of people who know nothing about you, what would you say? I asked Norton in a phone interview. Norton's response is, hold on, sweetie. Let me pay for my lunch and think about that.
Hold on, sweetie.
Norton
really are a queen.
Norton says in an understated, calm voice, he calls the delivery man Mister, gives him a $4 tip, and answers the question.
Thanks, Mister.
That's exactly what happened.
Of course.
Thank you, Mister.
And then proceeds to say, kind of Disney-ish, but I think AIDS is funny. That's the answer.
Sums them up.
I know. I wish. Yeah, it's a rough one. I think AIDS is funny because now I feel like, well, I don't really mean AIDS itself. Just it's more the tears that it causes.
And then he teases the whole Monster Rain story at the beginning of the article, and then at the end of the article says he can't really tell you what Monster Rain's all about. You'll have to go to the show to find out for yourself.
And you won't from Jimmy, but you could ask around.
It's a very good article. We'll link it on opieandanthony.com so you can read the whole thing yourself.
He did a very nice job.
Or just Google Opie and Anthony, and you'll find it'll be the latest article that's up. There you go.
And do we have the article that woman did for Time Out Magazine, which really has been bugging me for a week and a half now? So I read it on a break. Drew, can you hand me that? It's right there, sweetie. It's a Time Out.
Here's mine.
Oh, I don't want to take your copy. Open. Well, you'll read.
I get to just sit back and watch.
I haven't read this.
Well, it's an article about the Aspen Festival, the comedy festival that I went to, and this woman, her name is Jane Borden, right? And she's from Time Out Magazine. I wish I had the magazine in front of me because her email address is in it. And I will give it out because it's in a magazine for publication.
Yeah, her first name is definitely Jane because I got a correspondence.
Jane Borden. We've been trying to get her on the show. Whenever there's an uncomfortable thing like this or something I don't like, you want to address it with the person on the air and give them a chance to respond. What happened was she reviewed the Aspen Festival, and, Chappelle was there, and she's quoting some of the festival. And here's one of Dave's lines that she quotes. Dave Chappelle on last year's flight to Africa. I'm the first missing nigger that ever made the paper. And it's true. I felt very at home in Africa and blah, 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 blah. And then she goes on. She's giving, best Aspen is homogenous joke, best trend 8, or best of this, best of that. Here's the best change of tune. After watching a clip of his 18-year-old self on an early episode of Def Jam during the Freedom Speech Award panel honoring Russell Simmons, Dave Chappelle said that was the tail end of gay jokes being acceptable. I guess he did a bad gay joke. And those days are over. And here she says, while sensitivity is always applauded, one can't help but wonder when gay jokes were acceptable.
Really?
Can one not help but wonder, Jane?
How about 1953?
That's right. Good year for them. And also, when is sensitivity ever applauded in humor?
Never.
It's never, ever. It's in real life? Terrific.
When you see a comedian and they're being sensitive, you're in the audience going,
make me laugh, asshole.
Yeah, I come here for this shit.
Point out some reality. Don't hide behind that.
Give me some black humor and more chicken wings. I'm hungry.
And where's the rest of the article?
No. Oh,
here it is. Okay, they didn't highlight the bottom part.
Anthony's thinking the same thing I am. We're all in a good mood lately. Let's just keep it this way.
And cover. Duck.
And here's one of her favorite... Where's one of her favorite lines? Boy, they didn't highlight a lot of things.
The best one-liners?
Which is a good one, by a Canadian comic, Stuart Francis. My dad collects empty bottles, which sounds much better than alcoholic, which is not a bad line.
Yeah.
And here's at the end, most disturbing theme. Out of the 15 live events we caught over 4 nights, 10 contained at least one rape joke, and even more were aggressively misogynistic in tone. This is the festival of violence against women, an anonymous insider scout noted with derision, or derision, however you say it, at a late-night party. Some anonymous... The fucking reporters can say whatever they want as long as they say it's from an anonymous source.
Anonymous industry scout.
Well, scout.
All of media does that. We talk about how the media will go, people are saying... Well, who are the people?
Who are they? Who are they?
Who are they? You're sure they're not you?
And then she says, one can only assume that 14 years from now, Jim Norton et al. Will look back on their performances and say that 2006 was the tail end of when rape jokes were acceptable. But it's more likely they'll find Amelia Earhart first.
This just in. Amelia Earhart found.
Absolutely. And rape jokes, rib ticklers. And so she didn't crucify me, but I know what she's doing. And there's nothing that makes me want to throw up more than someone who imposes their ideology as far as what is acceptable and what's not.
She wants a good old-fashioned redneck joke.
This is what bothers me.
That's what she wants.
Like all these fucking phonies calling out Larry the cable guy.
You know you're a redneck if you got 2 cars in your yard up on Cinder Block. That's the type of humor she finds funny.
She has no business writing about comedy.
Of course she doesn't. She likes sensitivity. And by the way...
She's a writer. Write about something else.
How about this?
Leave the comedy to somebody else.
To men. How about this? Why is that unacceptable? Why is that all of a sudden hit your little ideological inappropriate button? And yet the line quote from Chappelle... Dave Chappelle on last year's Flight to Africa. I'm the first missing nigger that ever made the paper. Why is that acceptable?
You know...
Why isn't this the last year that saying the word nigger is acceptable in comedy? You understand?
It is, Jimmy. Didn't you check?
Well,
we have a few short months left.
Ooh, better use it up. But do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, why, if you want to talk about invoking images of barbarism, I would say that those two words, nigger and rape, are fairly hand in hand as far as how awful. So why she would never critique a black performer.
Well, what sucks about this conversation is that we wanted, or Jimmy wanted especially, to do it to her. Have her call the show. And Ben's been going back and forth with her all week long, or even longer, actually. And finally, we got the last communique in, I guess, yesterday. And it simply says, unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever find a convenient time.
Ever.
Really?
Ever. But thanks for asking.
So busy.
Good luck with the show, Jane.
Okay. Comedy at timeoutnewyork.com. That's comedy at timeoutny, TIMEOUTNY.com. Timeout in New York, but New York is abbreviated. And it's in the magazine, so I'm not giving out anything personal. Her name is Jane Borden. If any of you guys know her, maybe some of you guys have read other opinions on comedy she's had, but to me there's nothing more revolting. 7 dirty words are fair, they're universal. You can't say it no matter who you are and under what circumstances. But when ideology gets opposed like that is the problem right there. The same way the religious nuts do it with, don't make fun of the church and God. The fucking women like this do it with rape jokes or any type of anti-woman joke.
Let's go to Mike in Boston. Mike, you're on.
Yo, Jimmy, I think you're really funny, number one, no doubt. But I gotta say, like, when I hear, like, the child molesting shit and, like, rape jokes, it's not about, like, you're crossing a line or some shit like that. I just think it's, I just think it's uncalled for, and it's just like I don't think anyone's. I think you could be a lot bigger if you just cut that shit out.
But how about, dude? Here's my question for you. This is my thing. Like when you look at the line she liked very much. My dad collects empty bottles, which sounds much better than alcoholic. Any subject you take and you break down can be horrible to a group of people. Now, obviously, rape, child molesting, terrible things. But you know what? I mean, if it did, truth be told, I'm an alcoholic. There's a lot of alcoholics in my family. The members of my family have either done horrible things to themselves because of alcoholism. Do you want to go over the drunk driving deaths and the abused children, the abused women due to alcoholism? So why is that unacceptable? Do you understand? Like, as somebody who is...
Yeah.
Someone was probably offended by that joke.
But I mean, if you're going to be literal about humor... If you're going to start picking apart what is quote-unquote acceptable, what subjects are left with very few exceptions?
Yeah, that's the point Jimmy's trying to make there, Mike. It's okay. Hold on. It's okay if you personally don't like that type of humor. That's not what we're saying. But she's trying to decide for everybody else out there what's acceptable or not.
Acceptable.
And we can't live like that.
You don't dig child molesting jokes. Okay. That's not your thing. All right, no big deal.
I'll be the first person to say that's absolutely fine.
As long as you're not going over saying, hey, Jim, I don't think that's acceptable content to talk about.
I don't agree with her on that. I mean, she definitely shouldn't. Nobody should be drawing the line for it. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I don't know why we need to go to that area. It's like, I don't know.
Dude, to me, the only time I don't think something's funny, the only line I draw, or the main line, is something that's done to be deliberately cruel. Like, if there's a guy in a wheelchair in the audience... and you're like doing vicious wheelchair jokes, and it's obvious that you're doing them because he's there, then your intentions are to be cruel, and everybody knows what your intentions are, and that's a decision each individual performer has to make.
Hey, man, that's all I got. I mean, it's really all I got, Jimmy.
No, it's not. You have a lot more than that, young fella. But do you understand what I mean, dude? If you don't like jokes, that's what I'm saying. That's cool. I'm not saying you have to like that type of humor. But, cops have gallows humor, and I'm not saying I live through what cops do. But my humor comes from a lot of awful self-hatred and awful places, so it comes into,
Now, Jimmy, there's a guy from Texas online, and he says, it's comedy, everything goes. Do you agree with that?
Again, up to the line of what is deliberately cruel because you're trying to hurt somebody, yeah.
But then at that point, you're not really going for the laugh.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So in comedy, does everything goes?
Yeah. I mean,
it's like a Sex and the City moment.
Ooh.
Now we have to figure out the answer to the question.
You actually know?
Huh?
How that show's formula works?
Of course.
Oh, don't give me the of course like every guy don't know. Never.
I'm the only one that had to sit through Sex and the City.
Ever sat through one fucking episode.
Because you're too busy looking at fucking blueprints of 757s.
Which I'd rather do. More attractive than any woman on that fucking show.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm the only guy out there that has sat through a Sex in the City.
All right.
Yeah. I have to hold...
Jimmy?
Did you
sit through an episode of Sex in the City?
No.
You sit through an episode?
Thank you.
No, Moulin Rouge also. He pushed that one. You. Sex in the City. Sex in the City. No. Sex in the City. No.
So and obviously,
I would ask Steve C, but
yeah, please.
Oh, Jesus, he's got the box set.
He knows. I never liked the lighting on that show.
Fucking Steve, Jesus.
Waiting for my Amazon box to come in.
I got the director's cut. Yeah, do you?
Season 5 tomorrow.
It's a Sex in the City marathon this weekend. Great.
I even watch it on TBS.
Nah, there's stupid Sarah Jessica Parker, whatever her character is.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'll be. I forgot the name of her character.
Horseface. No.
Well, I know Samantha's the whore.
Right. Okay, that I know.
Holy crap! I don't remember her name in the show.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
Barbara.
But then she presents a little question. Carrie, thank you. Yeah. And for her column, she writes a little question, and then she answers
Thank you,
the question.
faggot. So she presents a question. What, at the table where the whore is saying who she fucked last night?
Usually on her laptop in on top of her comfy bed.
Why do you got angry typing?
Nah, she's just on her comfy bed with a little cup of tea.
Ah,
a little top. She's sitting Indian style, all comfy. There's a little
in the gutter with a bottle of booze.
Some kind of Afghan.
My favorite boss joke.
Some kind of Afghan nearby in case she gets a little cold.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly. A little candle burning.
Stop.
A little scented candle.
Scented candle. Some potpourri.
Right. Just...
God, any self-respecting guy watching that show.
Ladies, the reality is we don't get your shit.
No.
Man. It's just...
I don't get it.
Tea stinks.
Speaking of tea, I got teabagged last night by some construction worker that was doing work in my building.
Let's go to Bill in Jersey. Bill.
Yeah,
hello, Bill. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I was dropping some in Norton's lines recently at Pace University, and these conservative fucks, they just have no sense of humor whatsoever.
Conservatives at a college? At a college?
Yeah, in college. The specific line that I dropped was, get a coat hanger and fix the first mistake, and I got fucking chewed apart for it. I don't understand. You know, I laughed at that line.
Well, maybe your timing was off.
That's right.
Maybe you didn't have good timing.
My timing was fucking perfect. Yeah. Hanging out with a bunch of sorority girls, fucking hammered.
Well, that's a rough one.
Was perfect.
I mean, look, as much as most colleges, kind of make me, I mean, we all watched, the Kent State footage and we laugh good-naturedly. But, I mean, most colleges really do make me sick. But, I mean, when you're doing an abortion joke to a bunch of sorority girls, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do have to, I mean, there are lines you draw, common sense lines. Like, you don't do that until after you're, committing a murder like Bundy.
All right, guys, that's all I had to say.
Bye, you little doll. No more violence against women.
Let's go to Fernando in New York.
By the way, why is it bad, by the way, to address it in humor? Why can't I address violence against women in humor? Why is that unacceptable? And yet not one of these kvetching bitches ever complains about Lifetime. Why should those artists and that station address all this violence against women? Because ideologically, you know where they go with it? You like where they go with it?
See, in there, they're the victim. Is what it is. They're such a fine line between genius and stupid.
Hey, Fernando, real fast, because we got a big star on hold here.
All right, no problem, guys. Two really quick things.
One thing.
That lady Jane, she sits there and laughs at blonde jokes, at Polish jokes, at redneck jokes. Isn't she being sensitive to them about them being stupid all the time?
Okay, good point.
And two, can you guys later on maybe touch on if you guys saw the South Park episode last night?
Which one?
It was actually about Muslims and Muhammad being on the Family Guy.
Oh yeah, it's two-parter. Got to wait for the second part.
Yeah, we got some clips of that we could go over a little bit today.
Cool, guys. Thanks.
All right,
we got one of my favorite people on the phone.
Yeah, he writes, it's funny until it's personal, which is
absolutely
is very
very on their ideology.
All right, let's we'll get back to that in a second, and you'll comment about Jane a little more.
Yeah, sure.
All right, but first it's Frank Vincent, everyone. Frank.
Hey.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
Hey, there he is.
Opie and Anthony, what are you doing?
There he is. Paisan.
How are you, Paisan?
Very good, very good.
Who am I talking to?
Well, Opie.
It's Opie over there, and I'm Anthony. We have a little Jimmy Norton over here.
How'd you get an Irish guy in there?
I always come in. I just kind of come in until they finally just started to pay me.
You know how the Italians and Irish have always worked pretty well together.
I know, yes. I married one.
You did?
Yeah, a long time ago.
How'd that work out for you?
I had beautiful kids, Italian-Irish kids.
Yeah, they usually come out pretty good.
Yep.
Like they got that good Irish look, but then a little bit of a tan, which is nice.
And a lot of loyalty.
Frank,
there you go.
I'm such a big Frank Vincent fan. I love the fact, first of all, that you finally got to smash Pesci after what he did to you in Raging Bull and Goodfellas. You finally got him back in Casino. That must have been kind of satisfying.
It was fun. Did you like it?
I loved it. It was just a good batting.
Yeah, it's a good batting in the cornfield in Vegas.
It really was some retribution there because you really got it bad in Goodfellas.
Yeah, he gave it to me. But, most of that was a stunt man, so it didn't hurt.
Oh, really?
I know. I would hope so. Real. Sorry there.
I annoyed you one time. I've only met you one time.
Okay.
And it was at the Kiss Aerosmith concert.
Okay.
And you were running backstage. You were very busy. And I'm like, I have my camera, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Frank Vincent. I'm like, hey, Frank, can I get a picture? And you're like, not now. And I'm like, but I got my camera out. And you said, I said not now. And I'm like, God damn it, he did say that.
I was going into the dressing room because I had to introduce them on the stage.
Yeah, no, I know, because the security guard wouldn't let you back. Yeah. And you're like, I got to get on the stage. And I said to the security guard, and I know he doesn't remember me, but I said to the security guard, dude, you know who that is? That's Frank Vincent. He was in Goodfellas and Raging Bull. And he let him back. and then the 6'8" security guard.
Are you trying to take credit for getting Frank Vincent backstage?
Yes, as well as recommending him for those films.
You are an ass.
You know, when you bring up Goodfellas, everybody, wherever I go, whoever I talk to in the street, in the restaurant, whatever, they all give me the famous line. You know the famous line?
Get your shine box.
Go home and get your shine box.
Yeah.
My favorite line from that scene, though, is when you said he's getting fucking fresh.
Right.
It's like...
I've been away a few years, and right away you're over here getting fucking fresh.
Dude, it's like you're in jail probably for murder. He's a murderer, but he's getting fresh.
Getting fresh, right, at the bar.
That, to me, is the best line ever done in a movie by anybody.
But to do the right... to go home and get your shine box, what I did with that... I have the character's Billy Bats, so I put him on a T-shirt, and I have go home and get your shine box, and I have Billy Bats T-shirts for sale on my website.
Do you really?
I just can't believe it. People buy it. They buy 200 a day. It's amazing.
How do you not love? What's the website? Please, let's plug that.
FrankVincent.com.
Oh, you got the FrankVincent.com.
Nice. I love seeing your role being expanded on Sopranos.
Yep.
That's very nice.
And it's going to get bigger.
Yeah, you guys with all your secrets. I love talking to you, but I hate talking to you guys because there's no answers. You get there is some kind of a Cosa Nostra code that goes on with the writers and the cast of The Sopranos. You guys don't rat.
Omerta, you know Omerta?
Omerta. You guys don't rat.
It's easy. It's easy to not to rat. You know why? Because if you rat, David writes you off the show.
Oh, is that what? So you actually virtually get whacked if you rat.
You actually virtually sign a confidentiality thing, and your scripts are all numbered with your name on it. And you go to the read-through. Every episode we have a read-through with all the characters, and we read through the script, and you have to give the script back to production, and you keep your pages.
Wow.
And that's the way it works.
And that way they could keep everything secret. Because,
well, you know what? If people start talking about what's going to happen, nobody wants to watch it anymore. It just takes away all the fun.
Yeah, it takes away the surprises. I love when you're watching the show and all of a sudden something happens and you didn't expect. I mean, Uncle Junior shooting Tony was one of those things where, as I'm watching it, I said, "Holy shit! What just happened?" You know, and you're right. If you would have known about that in advance, it wouldn't have been as
sometimes you don't
thrilling.
Even put it in the script when we're doing the read-through because you have new talent that's coming in just for the show. You have people coming in they're going to play like 1 or 2 lines or 3 lines.
Yeah, is it true you've had extras killed so they don't talk about the show? Right. I've heard about
that. Blinded, and their tongues taken out.
Tongues ripped out of their heads.
Also, they'll hide certain things on the read-throughs. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, like when she was going to get killed, Michael's
Adriana.
Yeah.
Adriana, when she was going to get killed, in the script that we had at the read-through, says she just drove away to Atlantic City.
Huh. Yeah, she certainly did.
They didn't reveal that she was shot.
It's kind of like MASH when they decided that when McLean Stevenson wanted to leave and they wanted to kill off Henry Blake. They didn't tell anybody they were going to kill him off until Gary Berghoff just came in and read that his plane's flying out. They got an honest reaction out of the cast. Yeah, they had no. Then they realized, wow, he's never coming back to the show. And that's why they were all like, "Fuck."
Why wow. Do that stuff.
Yeah, that's very poignant of me to raise a 1974 example.
You're right on the money, kid.
Right on the money, kid. I love it. I always find it odd when you hear a story like that where a director went to get a true reaction and it didn't just end up with someone looking at the camera and going, "Are you fucking shitting me?"
Yeah.
Or something, just ruining the entire shot.
Or
there's two real reactions in Raging Bull.
Mm-hmm.
One is when I go to the table, coming in the Copa, and I see Jake and Joe sit at the table, and I say to Jake, "You're not drinking, are you?" And he just looks at me. Now, what happened was when they did my close-up, I said to Jake, "You're not drinking, are you?" He said, "Why don't you go fuck your mother?" And I looked at him, and that's the look they took.
That's great. That's great.
What's the other one?
That shit, yeah.
Yeah, what's the other one? Because we all love Raging Bull.
The other one is in the gym when I'm saying to don't hurt yourself, Jake. When they were boxing in the gym, and he says, "Go fuck yourself." Same thing.
I heard Pesci said that De Niro actually hurt him in that scene. He was really pounding the shit out of him, and he said he really
cracked a rib. Yeah.
Yeah, he really got a nice savage. That's just the greatest, though. Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Fucking,
right.
What a great film that is. Is that your favorite one that you've done, Raging Bull?
Yeah, well, Goodfellas in that one, you know. I mean, they're all great. I mean, how do you decide which one's better, you know?
How much do you want to throw up when you think of Scorsese not winning the Oscar for Best Director for that movie?
That's stupid.
Ordinary People, Best Picture, Best Director. The fucking Academy should be firebombed. Yeah.
What did the guy say this year on the Academy Awards when the black group won an Oscar?
Yeah, said Martin Scorsese doesn't have an Oscar.
Well, he said the group's name was like Tennis. What is it, Drew? Memphis Mafia.
Sure, that's the black guy.
Mafia won, Scorsese nothing.
Yeah.
John Stewart.
You know, yes, Scorsese's long overdue, man.
Yeah, it's almost like the running joke that he hasn't gotten an Oscar. He's one of the greatest directors in history.
Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
Hey, Frank, you got a book out, A Guy's Guide to Being a Man's Man.
You got it there, brother?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't able to look through it yet. We just
got him.
We just got it handed to us.
How's this going to help us out?
Well, listen, we got, in part one, we got dating like a man's man. Getting the digits means getting the number from the girl. The first date, tell the ex to go home and get a shine box. Going steady. Part two, watching movies like a man's man. We have our gangster flicks, western flicks, sports flicks, war flicks, chick flicks. I don't think so.
No. You haven't been dragged to a chick flick?
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do?
You watch Sex and the City.
You hope they get undressed once in a while.
You hope they get undressed once in a while.
What was the last chick flick you went to?
Geez, I don't know. Something with Oprah in it, I guess.
Kong?
Oh, shit.
Jesus, why, Jimmy?
Smoking cigars like a man's man. All right, with an interview by Big Pussy Pastor.
Yeah. Sure.
Manja like a man's man is our favorite restaurants. Your mother's always the best cook. That's entertaining. And Salud, we teach about wine and stuff. And it's all done with a very, very tongue-in-cheek. Listening to Music Like a Man's Man, our top music legends, music picks, an interview with our man's man, Stevie Van Zandt.
Right.
Music to make love by. What music to play when you're making love?
Gotta be Sinatra, right?
So, yeah, Fly Me to the Moon.
Of course.
Music to play, not to play when you're making love. Celebration.
Right.
So,
Taps, another bad one.
right. Visiting Vegas like a man's man. We have a Vegas history, top 10 man's hotels, and an interview with James Caan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And looking like a man's man. The looks, getting past the doorman, grooming, accessories. We have a forward by James Gandolfini. It's a hot book, man. It's doing really good, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
Are you doing any signings in New York? I know you did one in Jersey that I wanted to go to.
We did Huntington, Long Island.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was right by where Opie used to live there.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Damn it.
They get all the big stars in that bookstore.
We're going to Staten Island on May 2nd.
Okay, do you know the name of the bookstore?
It's Barnes & Noble, one of the Barnes & Nobles.
Okay, in Staten Island.
Staten Island.
You got to come in and see us, man. I would really love to
get a picture with
you.
Yes, I would love.
That's what it's all about with Jimmy, is get just the picture.
Frank Vincent fan.
Who isn't?
I'll tell you what we'll do. After the episode, when a few more episodes, we'll come in and we'll do one.
Oh, is that a hint?
All right, wait a minute.
No, that's as much of a hint as you're going to get.
Looks like it's going to get a lot more heat.
It'll be happening. Maybe you'll say, please get Vincent back. Get him back.
Yeah, you got an open invite, my friend.
Anytime you want to come in.
Okay, guys. It's good to know.
Frank, thanks so much for calling in.
Yeah, the book, once again, A Guy's Guide to Being a Man's Man, Frank Vincent.
On bookstores now, Barnes & Noble. You can get it on Amazon.
How about frankvincent.com? You can get the Billy Bat shirts.
That's it.
All right, buddy.
Gazzada Maranga.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Frank Vincent, everyone. All right.
Legend.
I love him, man.
Guy's a legend.
But again, he's one of those guys that, like, I'm so glad everybody knows who he is now, because for years, you would see him and go, he's in everything.
That guy.
That's the guy. And then it's like now people finally, that's his name. And
he's kind of stepped out of that guy, because I have a lot of that where you go, oh, hey, look, it's that guy.
Yeah.
And he was that guy.
And I said this on break, and I'll bore the audience with it as I bored you with it. John Cazale, I think for a long time, Fredo was like, you go, that's Fredo. You knew who he was.
Yeah.
But because he was always with De Niro or somebody of that,
And then he got known as Old Puddinhead.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow, way to make it hurt, Ant.
We do. We like him very much.
The old empty spot in Merrill's bed. I mean, if you want to be hurtful completely.
He was getting brain tumors 2 at a time.
Right, Jesus. Players couldn't get a wig at the table.
Wow. You doing brain surgery on my brother? All right.
Oh, my God. You don't smoke, but your body is the temple of the Lord, but you'll rob a bank. Give me the cigarette.
Okay. Draw chemo for everybody at the table.
Fredo, your head is full of Jell-O, and I love you.
All right. Come on, we like the guy.
Oh, I love the guy.
Well, I loved his work and everything.
Fucking amazing.
Tragic that he died so young. Some type of brain cancer. It's horrible.
Let's say hi to Lori the trucker.
Hi.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Howdy.
Hey, I hate to go back after such a great interview, and at the risk of an uncomfortable moment or a laughter break, I myself have been a rape victim. And Anthony...
Oh, no. All right.
And
Tapping out.
Anthony hit on it.
I hit on it? Sorry about that. I was drunk. It was a pinball machine and some friends.
Oh, baby. No, actually, it has to do with victimization. And, and also another thing that you talk about, the self-loathing in our country, because I'm not going to live my life being the victim of something that really had absolutely nothing to do with me.
Right.
Yeah.
But these women can't get over that.
Well, I mean, look.
And I have to tell you that it actually, for me to be able to hear a joke about it, it is such a surreal, ridiculous thing to have happen.
Lori, are you comfortable at all without graphic detail, unless you want? Is there any way you can tell us briefly what happened to you and how?
You want to hear a good rape story? Mine's great.
How did it happen?
Okay, I had taken a break from college. I was a nanny in Westchester County.
How old were you?
I was 19.
And this was what year?
This was in the early 90s.
Early 90s, you're 19, okay. And you're a college girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I had taken a break from college, and I was a nanny in Bedford, New York, and I'm originally from the Midwest. You know, they like their nannies from either foreign countries or the Midwest for some reason. And I used to go into the city with some of the other nannies that worked out in Westchester County. And one day I wanted to go into the city. Nobody else could or wanted to, so I had gone in by myself. I had previously met some guys from the city through another nanny.
Oh, boy.
They hung out with this group of guys in the city, and we had gone, out dancing with them before, but I didn't really know them that well.
Right.
So I was in the city by myself. I happened to run into this group of guys, and they were like, well, we're going dancing. Do you want to go with? And I was like, sure. And they said, well, do you want me to stay, or do you want to come with us? We have to go home and change. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm alone in the city, and it's getting dark. Do I stay by myself, or do I go with this group of guys that I at least am acquainted with?
Boy, you must have had to go through some guilt about your decision-making for a while, eh?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, here's the, you know what
All
it
right.
taught me? To trust my instincts, because I got on the train, and when I got off the train, I knew I was somewhere I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
There wasn't a white face anywhere.
Were these black gentlemen?
Yes.
Oh, boy. And your wife?
There wasn't a white face anywhere.
Are you, and you're a white girl?
Yeah.
You're a white girl, and you went with 3 black guys to their place.
Well, and it gets worse. Okay, so I get
Okay.
off the train, and my stomach is saying, get out of here, this isn't right. I get to their supposed apartment. It's an abandoned building.
Uh-oh. All right, and you're looking around going, you need some furniture.
Yeah,
This doesn't
no
look right.
electricity, cockroaches,
Oh.
sad. But the one guy who I had talked to more than the other two, when we had gone out with the other nannies previously, he was like, he'd put me in his bedroom, and he said he had to leave, so he said, stay here, don't open up the door, and I thought, okay, this might be all right, he's looking out for me, right, he's protecting me.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
they started coming, well, there was one real bad aggressor. I think the rest were just, joining in for the fun of it.
The rest. How many actually got you?
5. And then when it was all said and done, I was beat with a pipe. They stole my CD. I mean, they stole everything.
Holy shit.
Beat me. Oral sex, anal sex, one after the other. It lasted for hours. And then when it was all said and done, they threw me out the window. I practically crawled. Oh, and a guy threw me a Subway token.
Oh, well, all right.
How many years ago was this?
This was in the early 90s.
Early 90s.
It was a little over 10 years ago.
Did they ever go to jail, any of these animals?
Well, the worst part about it was when I made it to the subway, and this one black woman, all I remember her saying is, "Girl, I don't know what happened, but don't cry. You're going to make it worse. You're going to make it worse." And somebody must have gone and gotten the subway police. And before I'd let them take me to the hospital, I made them, in the ambulance, I made them take me back by where it happened, because I knew otherwise I would never find the place again.
Yeah.
And, because I really only knew from the turns I made to, from the subway.
That's pretty good thinking.
Yeah.
And so I guess they had caught 3 of them right then that night. And I had gone back to New York to appear in front of the grand jury. And, and my family and friends, people are just so uncomfortable with it. And
no shit.
Like, I want to testify. It was wrong. I made some bad choices, but, these guys didn't have any right to do that. And
of course
if they're
not.
doing it to me, how many other girls are they doing it to, right?
So how did you testify?
Well, I testified at the grand jury, but then on the day I was supposed to fly back to testify for the trial, I mean, I was at the airport, and I get up to the ticket counter and find out that my ticket had been canceled. And I call up the DA. They plea bargained with all of them. Down to
so what'd they get?
Well,
the
they got
one guy
oral,
who
they
was
got anal,
really bad.
they got...
He ended up doing 3 years.
court.
Oh. How many years? 3 years?
And that was the worst. The other ones did about a year.
Yeah, figures. Fucking Fat Nick's been sitting in jail for 8 months for a bat attack on a guy who was going to steal something, and that gang rape, they get fucking 3 years.
Hey, we got Julie from New York that wants in on this conversation. Julie, you're on with Lori the Trucker.
Hi. I think she's full of shit. Women who get treated this way are not able to just go and talk about it like this.
How do you know?
You know what?
Come on.
You know what? I used to work with lady.
Hold on. One at a time.
Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is I can talk about it like this because I've dealt with it. I understand that what they did had nothing to do with me. Was I naive and did I make some bad choices? Yes. Yeah. But I could have been anybody. It had nothing to do with me personally. The only thing I had to do was grow up and learn how to adjust my choices.
All right, let's hear what Julie has to say. Julie?
I used to work with sex offenders, and sex offenders are not a matter of hurting you. It's them. It's their addiction. However, working with victims as well, you're not able to call a national radio show and just spew out that you were thrown out.
How do you know? Everyone is an individual.
Once we get off the air, I will give you the phone numbers of my sister and my husband.
I think, Julie, you're wrong.
Yeah, Julie, I absolutely believe this woman.
I'll let you call them immediately. I will give you the numbers of my sister and my husband.
Well, Julie, why would you say...
I'm a trucker, so I'm on the road. I'm not there.
I just don't think that women who have gone through that type of experience can just call a radio show for the entire world now.
Maybe you're not smart, Julie, and don't know every cookie cutter human being that reacts the same way. This woman, maybe this is a way that it's her own therapy.
Have you ever been through that experience, Julie, or a similar one?
I had, yes.
Okay, so you personally weren't able to go out and talk about it the way she is.
No.
But a lot of people are go out and commit murders and then go on speaking tours about it because they're able to talk about it, and then a lot of people just lock it away and pretend it never happened. You can't just say that everybody's going to react the same way.
Huh? Jimmy, I dealt with it. I went through my hell. I went through blaming myself. I went through all... Of course I went to therapy. But first of all, Julie, don't ever tell me I'm full of shit because this is my life. It happened to me. I own it. It has nothing to do with you.
I'm not saying it does.
Second of all, how long do you want me to be a victim?
I don't want you to be a victim at all. I just don't think that people who go through that are able to
She is.
She is, Julie.
They are.
And power to you. The power to you, then.
Julie, let me ask you a question.
People who deal with it can.
When a burn victim, somebody who burns themselves, it's a horrible thing. Very rarely is going to make fun of it or talk about it. Pryor burned himself horribly, almost died, went on stage and made fun of it. Pryor's mother was a prostitute, he made fun of it. Now, most people whose parent is a prostitute, you'd say, well, no one could ever go up and tell the world. Now, I know he's a comic and she's not, but that's just an example of how one person will handle it one way and lock it up, and another person will handle it another way, and maybe it's therapeutic for her to talk about it. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but why you can't just lump that in and say that's not real.
To say that it didn't happen because she's not reacting to it the way you think she should, you know?
But no, it's not even about locking it up or being therapeutic. The bottom line is I did what I needed to. I went through, trust me, I went through hell. I mean, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, you know, and then I had therapy afterwards. I'm not saying that immediately after this that I didn't struggle, but I dealt with it. And here's the bottom line. How long do you want me to be the victim of rape? How long do I play that role, Julie?
I don't want you to be the victim of rape forever. But I just find it really hard to believe that you could do that.
Wait, Julie, you worked with sex offenders?
I'll give you the phone numbers of my sister and husband as soon as we get off the air.
Hold on.
I don't need to do that. Yes, I did in college.
Wait, and you were attacked or something bad happened to you before that or after it?
Before that.
So you were hurt by people.
Right,
and
but
then
I wanted to try to... My way was try to figure out what was going on.
Okay. Now, most people would say if you're attacked by a sex offender, by one of these animals, that you'd never want to put yourself in the lion's den again. And there you went right into it and dealt with them. Now,
you're absolutely right.
Most people probably could not do that.
Right.
So maybe her way of dealing with it is her way of being who she is.
Okay.
My reason for calling was to say it's not up to someone else to put a label on you know, like, try to make all of us
bridges,
victims
Jimmy.
Forever and ever. I mean, I think the whole thing, when you think about it, was so absurd.
Mm-hmm.
The whole, I mean, it is almost funny. It was so ridiculous.
Wow. Please don't tempt me.
Yeah, right.
Please.
The self-restraint in Opie's finger.
No, I know what she's saying, though.
Right now.
It's just, it's an awful thing, and you gotta laugh at it at the time, because it happened and it's monstrous.
Lori, a lot of people are on the phone. Lori, a lot of people are on the phones asking, why didn't you just bite it off when you were doing the oral thing?
See, honestly, you almost go it's true that you almost go on autopilot. The survival instinct, that's one thing that I learned. It's unbelievable. It's almost like an out-of-body experience, and when I realized that there was no way I was going to get out of this by fighting, it's almost like I went out-of-body into this survival mode, and you just do what you need to do to survive.
Plus, it's 4 guys, right, or 3 guys, not one guy. If it's one guy, you could bite his dick, but if it's 5 guys, there's other guys there what do you think they're going to do, just stop?
Yeah, and this one guy was huge, and I was being beat with a lead pipe.
Jesus.
Wow.
So,
animals.
you know, and I'm not a big girl. So, as soon as, your mind kind of works like a computer, okay, shit, I'm in trouble, that's the first thing. And then, how am I going to get out of this? And then it's like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to get out of here.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Did the guy that told you to lock yourself in, was he a part of it, or did he leave?
He did not rape me. He left. So what I think happened was, he had set me up for it to happen.
Why did he tell you not to open the door?
Was afraid of the other guy.
Right.
And just wasn't able to stand up.
Yeah, they were probably like, hey, you know, this chick's ours. Don't get in the way. And he was like, all right.
He tried to warn you.
I'm out of here.
Right.
How does that make you feel these days about black people?
What?
How does it make you feel these days about black people? Has it affected you? Your racial, whatever I'm looking for?
Racial, do you profile black guys when you see them? Like hello?
She's still there. Lori's still there.
Yeah.
Not any more than any other northern Minnesota person who wasn't raised around them.
Extremely racist, then.
I don't know. Northern Minneapolis, pretty liberal city. I mean, I don't know how northern.
I'm from way north.
Okay.
Minnesota.
She found the whitest place to live, basically. Hey, Lori, what's up with your sex life now? Can you enjoy it?
Actually, I went I went through a phase where I was really just, you know, out there. I mean, I was a slut.
After that?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Probably figured, fuck it.
I'd gone through, like, the you know, the worst of the therapy and all that, I didn't freeze up like I hear some women do. I went the other direction, and I actually, you know, and right now, I mean, I'm pretty liberal sexually. I like to experiment. There's nothing that I wouldn't try. If I like it, I'll do it again.
You ever bang a comic?
Sure, Jimmy.
Do you have fantasies?
What? Oh, yeah, I do the rape fantasy.
That's sort of what I was getting at, but I really didn't want to say it.
Did you now, is that just the way, because like I'm a perv, like I'm a real pervert and I love stuff like that, but it's really hard to enjoy it if you know it's hitting somebody in a really horrible place. Like if somebody is reenacting a fantasy or something because they're dirtbags like I am, it turns me on. But if it's somebody's survival mechanism, then to me it's kind of sad. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm with a girl who's been raped or had a horrible thing and she's reenacting it only as a way to not fucking break down, it's like her way of conquering it, then that's kind of sad to me.
No, I mean, my sexual fantasies aren't any different than any other woman. I mean, the rape or, you know, just somebody who's in authority is also a big one for me. You know, like reverting back to my teenage years and, you know, a school teacher.
Right.
Those are, so, no, it's not like, oh, I'm reliving the rape through my sex. I mean, I like, you know, I like my hair being grabbed and my ass being smacked. I don't like being punched in the mouth during sex.
Okay. Are you married?
Yeah, I am.
And were you married when this happened?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, Lori.
Well, thanks for calling.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Let's thank Lori for calling, and let's say hi to Alex in Virginia. Alex?
Hey, yeah, I was going to ask her if these guys may have had lacrosse sticks with them, but she said they're black, so I guess not.
Oh. And he hung up.
Goddamn pal talk.
What's the matter, sweet angel?
All the Arabs came in to jerk off to the story. Jesus, these Arabs will spank to anything.
What the hell is going on with the Arabs in the pal talk
They
room?
love jerking off.
Of course they do.
Can you say?
Not that their culture's not freeing. You know, I mean, when you're seeing eyes until you're 18, and then you fucking see an elbow, you want to just fucking eat it.
All right, let's go to Amy real fast. Amy?
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to say that Julie woman is out of her damn mind. I was raped for a couple of years when I was a kid. I was really young, like started when I was like 11. And I'm at the point now, I'm going to be 21 actually on Monday, and I can talk about it and I can tell people what I went through. And, you know, it doesn't, the Lori woman was exactly right when she said that, you know, you can't be a victim forever. You know, you have to accept this and you have to know that, you know, it had nothing to do with you, and you have to be able to talk about it. And how she was saying how she is sexually, I'm exactly the same way. And it's
Where do you
really
live?
Funny. Pennsylvania.
You're 20 and you're promiscuous?
Very.
I like you.
I like you too, Jimmy, actually.
Jimmy's email address is...
Yeah, don't. It's not important. Yellowtreats at AOL.com.
Yeah.
You don't need to write to me there.
Yeah.
But no, see, and Julie's not. Look, Julie,
I have no problem with Julie. She can't believe that people would be that honest. What's wrong with that?
I just didn't like the way
There's
she didn't
people out
believe
there
Lori.
that have horrific things happen to them, and they're not going to call a freaking national talk show and talk about it openly.
No,
I don't think Julie was far-fetched with what she was saying.
I didn't like the way she said, I don't believe Lori. Like, that was the only problem I had with it.
No, to call up and say that somebody's full of bullshit is totally not appropriate. You know, people handle things differently.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Amy.
Amy, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. If you don't agree with something, you know, you don't say, oh, you're full of bullshit. There's ways of going about that, and that just wasn't cool, you know, and that's what pissed me off and made me call.
Who was the person that did who did rotten shit? Was it a family member or a friend of the family?
It was actually a guy who was close to my age who lived across the street from me.
Oh, so it wasn't an adult. It was not that makes it any better, I guess, but...
No, it wasn't. Actually, it makes it a little more twisted because I have to wonder what was going on in his life.
Right.
For him to do some sick shit like that.
Now, Does that you said you're kind of like she is? Did that something that helped develop fantasies in a certain way, or is that like kind of push you completely away from that, like when you're being sexual?
It's hard to say because it happened when I was so young, and I didn't really have any sexuality at all when it was happening. But I can definitely say that immediately after that stopped, when I was about 14 or 15, I did become very promiscuous. Because it had kind of taken away all the meaning behind sex, and so it didn't matter, and I'd do it with anybody. Older people my age, didn't matter. And then I fell into a more serious relationship, and I was really screwed up. And it took me a lot of time to kind of get my sexuality to a more, I guess, acceptable level where it wasn't like, beat the shit out of me with your belt. It was more like, okay, slap me on the ass, pull my hair a little bit, Ooh. But like she said, I don't like to be punched in the mouth. But when I was 14 or 15, I might have put up with that just because, that's what I was used to.
I'd belt you now that you're 20, though. Believe me, I would spank your bottom and I would redden it properly.
Ooh. I would love that, Jimmy. I've been trying to come to one of your shows for a long time.
Well, I think she's very sexy. As long as you're not doing it for awful reasons, I would be very happy to discipline you.
Jimmy will be at Bananas in Poughkeepsie this weekend.
Or I will be in Boston May 12th, and tickets went on sale today at Ticketmaster. Me and Dave Attell at the Boston Orpheum.
And I'm sure he'll be very lonely in between shows, Amy.
Kenny rubs my back nude in my room.
No, and it's definitely not for awful reasons anymore. It's just because, that experience might have twisted me a little bit.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't hurt anymore. It's not going into a bad place and, dredging up. I don't cry during sex. You know what I mean? It's not like that anymore.
Oh, you go with me when you realize how awful it is. Jesus, I can't believe I fucked this zilch.
All right, Amy.
Bye, Amy.
Email Jimmy.
Thanks for calling.
He'll be checking his email every 5 minutes now for the entire rest of the show.
So, yeah, what happened over there? I saw you freaking out a bit.
Hold on. Well, this will set it up, actually. John on Long Island. John?
Friday morning on a very special O&A.
No shit.
Madon. Is this being simulcast on Lifetime?
There's a guy on hold in 90s. I was kidnapped at gunpoint. 3 guys raped my girlfriend.
Holy
Do we want
Jesus.
more of these stories?
Look,
they are hot.
We very rarely go down this road. I don't think it's...
And then Anthony, just shut down Pal Talk because why?
Oh, you think I want to turn my head when we're touching on, subject matter we probably haven't touched on ever, and girls are telling some stories that are a little shocking. Some people might find them hot.
Jesus.
Well, I'm being honest. When you take the tragedy out of the mix, there are pornos that are made with, same subject matter.
Yeah.
In the words of Homer, it's hot because we don't know them.
Right. Exactly. It's one of those things. So I got to sit there and then look at Pal Talk. Boring. Anthony, move on from this subject. Like some dickbag is telling us what we should fucking... They're directing the show from Pal Talk. So I said, you know something? I typed, fuck you all. Boom, close the room.
Good.
Bye.
Go find
Bye. Now you can sit and not fucking listen on Pal Talk. Go subscribe now. There you go. Subscribe to fucking XM you want to hear the show. Or if you don't, flush it down the toilet, buy a Sirius, and go take your mother to the fucking Bronx and have 5 black guys rape her.
That's what amazes me about this radio show. Then go find a morning zoo. Who's turning off their radio?
Move on. Hey, Anthony. Opie, thank you. Mm-hmm. Anthony, move on from this subject. Oh, well, Dickface3 from fucking Pal Talk has told me to move on. Guys, stop the conversation. Let's move on.
I think some of our listeners are very spoiled.
Oh, by the way, when someone else opens my room, I get a message that says your room was opened by, because some admins have the ability to open the room. If I see that admin, I don't care who you are, how friendly you are with the show, you will be banned permanently from the room. So you best reclose the room. It is not being open for the rest of the show.
Rest of the show?
Rest of the fucking show.
How about you calm down a little bit?
Let me see if I calm down.
Yeah, let's see if you calm down.
But if that room is open by somebody, I don't care who it is. Banned.
What the hell happened?
I'm going to check right now to see if someone opened the room.
If someone opened that room, Anthony is going to take his shirt off and sweater so he can reach the keyboard, and he is going to fucking ban you.
Oh, shit. You bet. Let me see. Let me see.
What happened to you, Anthony?
I don't know.
Look, he's going
Very
into that song
good.
again. Look at that.
No one opened it.
Look at it. Look.
Admin console, close room. Bye-bye, everybody again. Bye. Nope. Don't you open that fucking room.
Here's the thing. And now let's clear up a thing. People are going to think, what, they can't be criticized? Exactly.
Right. You know, people like to speculate. Yes. Jimmy's absolutely right.
What do you want it to be all praise?
Yes.
It's what we want. Damn, that Jim was good today! Exclamation point.
That's right.
Did you hear Ant's joke about? Then ...
We have fragile egos.
We certainly do.
Why else do you think we take a call every once in a while where it's just them praising us?
Yeah.
You know what?
That's just to build us up a little bit.
Do you understand? We put the Pal Talk on so people can watch, join in, and enjoy the show. It doesn't make you the fucking producer of the show. We have a... Oh, okay.
Well, maybe
all right.
Pal Talk could do that job.
Look, we're looking for a producer, but but to look over there as I'm trying to listen to that woman's story and just see boring, move on. What? Because it's not entertaining you personally.
Holy shit! But as far as radio goes,
oh my God,
turn that off.
The woman's talking about getting a train uptown, and then 5 black guys luring her into an abandoned. You know. I hate to say this, but my God, was she asking for it?
You know what it was?
Jesus Christ. Just come on, ladies. A little thought.
I can't wait for the video game myself.
You don't want to be...
San Andreas.
You're taught that you're not supposed to be judgmental. You're taught that you're not supposed to be... Well, and she said her gut, though, did tell her.
Right when she says that, all I'm thinking is, how stupid. And, you know, maybe this is awful of me. And I'm just thinking, oh, my God, what woman is putting herself in this fucking situation?
And she brought us right in. Who else wasn't on the train with her? Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to make a joke. Like, all of a sudden she's saying, uh-oh, and she's on the train realizing...
Now you're looking... She's looking around.
There are days we know we stink where we deserve the, move on, try something new, be funny, but that's what I don't get. When it's like radio gold like that, no one's turning off the radio.
Does it have to be a fucking dick joke or something? Or can't we just talk about a subject that pops up? What do you think? What do you think? This was on a prep sheet? Hey, take the rape call. Yeah, that was scheduled for this time. It's not the way this show works, assholes.
And that's why we're great.
That's right. Subjects come up, we roll with it. Easy come, easy go.
And by the way, why would it be on the prep sheet? That would require prep.
And there's so many radio shows out there trying to figure out why we're so successful.
This is it.
This is the reason, because we don't prep. We don't. We just go with the flow. You have to be brave enough to just go with the flow.
Go with it.
We don't have a schedule. We don't have sports that we go to or a weather break or a news break.
Right.
Also we might go, let's talk about sports.
Right.
And then we do. Mm-hmm. That's what we do.
That's how it works.
And it's interesting to listen to. I mean, how do you not want to hear? I mean, we goof on everything. We're garbage. But a woman's talking about an awful thing like that. What are you going to do? Not want to hear it? Hey, that's boring. Come on, man.
And don't worry, Opie had his finger on the laugh button. And it was ready to go. We were close. It was closer than the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah. I was fighting with myself like I've never fought with myself before.
But then we figure we take the other way.
And I'm looking around the room. I'm like, Jimmy, and he's like... I'm like, Anthony.
Listen to the story.
And then there was a part of the story where I said, you know what, I can't do this.
Yeah, I was right.
I got to be honest. I'm like, I can't.
There was a perfect spot for it, too.
I know.
Yeah. Oh.
I think it was when she said I got beat by,
and they threw me out the window. And there was silence?
No, but when she said she was getting beat by a pipe.
The pipe?
That's when I backed off. I'm like, you know what, this is just unbelievable on its own.
And I totally expected to hear De Niro.
I was dying.
I saw your finger over the button. It was shaking.
It was shaking.
I was dying.
It's like you lifted that red cover up. It started blinking red. Meep, meep, meep. Get on the hotline. We're at DEFCON 1.
Hold on a second. I just want to look at Studio 54 that just wandered in. That fucking shirt.
What the hell?
E-Rock, put the camera on it. Oh, that's right. You can't fucking see it.
It's a black, shiny shirt with like silver, awful tribal markings on it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What tribe would that be? The fucking Cherokee cocklovers? That is awful, that shirt.
Perhaps that's who came up with this. This is another eBay special. I love it. I'm really enjoying these shirts.
You're less than a year away from wearing bow ties.
Maybe.
That's funny.
I only heard bow ties.
A year away from wearing nothing?
Why would you wear bow ties?
It would be an odd way of dress.
Yeah, it's odd. I'm not, I don't know. Is the bow tie thing gay? I don't...
That was the only one I had today.
I'm sorry, Opie. I have to crash you.
Oh, but I don't have anything else today. That was the one I wrote.
That sunglasses perched on the head in that shirt. Oof, Jesus Christ.
It's my look.
That doesn't say apartment on 23rd Street. Nothing does. Oof.
And I brought in a new Ramon promo, though.
Oh, that's great.
You did?
I did.
Well, let's listen to the new Ramon promo.
1995.
Exactly. Get out of here.
Hey, how did you put that on this morning? I should talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
At least this wasn't fucking painted on.
Notice
your green body paint.
Notice the irony going on.
That's not even a sweater. He was at Ozfest last week and they painted it on and he left it on. Sweater has nipples.
No, I wear an undershirt.
Hey, just so I can learn from my mistakes, maybe become a better comedian, if I said he was a year away from wearing an ascot, would that have been
ascot is good.
To me, ascot's a faggier thing, because a bow tie, honest to God, I think of Nation of Islam. I think of like...
I was thinking like more tuxedo, so classy wear.
Yeah, or
if
like
I would have said ascot, would have
ascot.
Yeah,
maybe
a kerchief.
Maybe a chuckle at least.
A kerchief would have worked, like Charles
jacket.
Nelson Riley used to wear.
A dress would have made us all sad due to the reality of it. What's your Ramon promo, Steve?
Oh boy, who cares?
It's a new type of Ramon pump. I'm really trying to experiment, so I'm working on another one now.
You can say that again.
Thank you.
Good.
I'm trying to experiment with new things.
He doesn't even understand the Ramon thing has morphed into something with Jimmy, and we don't need the promos anymore.
I don't know. I like the idea of, because it is Steve's creation, and it is Steve's life. He is Steve, and I believe, who was it that named Steve from Yellowstone? I won't even take credit for that. It was Derek. I'm calling in from that room, and I'm like, I need a name, Steve, and he goes, from Yellowstone. And I'm like, there it is. So fucking Derek, good job. No credit.
The bear. Very good.
All right,
Derek came up with the name.
You want to hear the new Ramon promo?
Okay. I would love to.
Please.
Trekking through the Himalayas is quite exhausting, but the views are breathtaking. So tired, so famished. Great Scott, my Sherpa has collapsed. Ramon, fillet this Chinaman.
I kind of like that.
That was all right?
I kind of like it. I like the Ramon.
Chinaman.
Fillet this chink would have been better. But
no, he wouldn't say chink.
All right.
Who wouldn't?
Deep voice guy.
Oh, you're right. I apologize.
New development.
My apologies.
New development. You hear this?
Yeah.
What's that?
So tired.
You hear that? That is somebody streaming the show on another channel on Pal Talk. I am taking his name. You are now permanently banned from when we do go back. Right there. Copy that name down. Give me a pen. Give me a pen.
Somebody give the boss
You
a
will
pen.
never.
The boss needs a pen.
6 pens went flying at Anthony. This new power trip.
There you go.
It's really scary.
All right. John K3U. He's streaming the show. You're now banned from the live room forever. And I'll keep checking back. Whoever's streaming the show gets banned.
I'm sure you
I
will.
don't take shit.
I'll say you don't.
There you go. Next, anyone else want to be in line?
Anybody else?
That fucking Opie and Anthony fan room is not streaming the show. Oh, give me a pen. Give me a pen. Give me a pen.
That's right.
Whoever gets a fucking mic in that room is banned. I swear to you, I don't care how friendly you are with me. Gone.
This fucking man in his short sleeve sweater will fucking ban you in a second.
I'm not kidding.
He's practicing speeches in front of mirrors again.
Of course he is.
Yeah. You all right,
We'll
Ant?
check in.
Yeah.
I am fine. I got that name.
I see you got the info.
Banned.
That's great.
Banned. Hope you enjoyed the show on Pal Talk. You'll never see it again.
All right, let's
bastards.
Let's take a break.
You got to rule with an iron fist.
All right, listen. Tyra, South Park, all aboard with Rosie O'Donnell, the gay cruise.
The gay cruise.
We learned some very interesting things about gay people before the show today.
Mm-hmm.
One of my regrets, I don't regret a lot of things, but I wish I hadn't badmouthed Rosie on Tough Crowd.
Why?
Because she was really nice to me when I met her, and when I heard when she's done with her show, I mean, her show was kind of like, ugh, but then she's fucking bashing Michael Jackson. It's like, God damn it, I like her. I really do.
But she
not for any reasons of anything, other than the fact that I like
Jimmy, get the fuck out.
No, she's you're banned.
Banned from the show.
No, because she's just because she's fucking, when she said that, no, I didn't talk to Michael Jackson. I don't speak to pedophile. Like, she just fucking is brutal.
Hey, did she come out of the closet on her own show?
She came out after it was over.
I would have had so much respect for her. I understand how Hollywood works and entertainment works, so, that would have been a death sentence if she all of a sudden started telling those fat housewives that believe that she really is in love with Tom Cruise that she's gay. But when she knew the show was ending, like the last few shows, I would have had so much more respect if she did it then. She was done with that project. I don't know.
She might have, Hope. I shouldn't remember.
But it's like, that's why I don't have respect for her. If she did it then, that would have been cool. It was like that chapter was done, that project was done, and then it's like, all right, it's time to tell the world.
The week she came out, we were doing Colin Quinn's show, and she actually was on the panel. Remember we would do that town hall thing? We would all sit there. I didn't badmouth her on that one. I mean, on the later Tough Crowd. This was the Colin Quinn show. And I remember she was saying something about, Colin wanted to do a sketch with her about something, where, like, she was trashing him as a husband, and she's like, look, I just came out. If I start doing this, they're going to think, oh, great, she's beating up on men already. Like, she didn't want to do it because she was like, I just came out of the closet, and it's just going to sound stupid.
Yeah.
So it was like that recent. I don't know where that story's going. Probably nowhere.
But besides, she is saying some great vicious stuff, man. She's got some major balls on her now.
Yeah.
I don't like her agenda-driven shit that she gets into, though. Like, it's great, yeah, the Michael Jackson thing. She confronts him as a pedophile and is brutal on him. That's fine and everything. But then she gets a little too political and a little too high and mighty with her politics. Okay. You can have an opinion. That's fine. Have an opinion, you trade little ideas back and forth, but she is so adamant. That whole fight she got into with... I
agree, Tom Selleck.
When she had him on the show about gun control. I mean, that was just a blindsiding.
Okay.
It's on her terms, and he was blindsided by her, and it's agenda-driven. Have your opinion, but she goes a little too far.
How long's her show been off the air? I guess like 5 years.
Is it that long already?
Gotta be.
No, I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's not.
It's actually 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, because it was it was already off the air by the time we did that Colin Quinn show, and believe me, they were.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That Colin Quinn show seems like it was years ago now.
No, it was after 9/11. I remember some of the material we were doing. It was after the LA. No, well, that was LA Raj for a long time ago.
That was 94.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the inside of my colon is ready to empty.
Yeah, we got to... Rosie O'Donnell went off the air in 2002. She was on for 6 years. Thank you, E-Rock.
4 years. Oh, so I said 5. You said 3.5. Let's just meet in the middle and touch helmets.
All right. True Boogie, get us out of here for a little bit.
to the Opie and Ant.
Die, you son of a bitch!
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
You can get it, let me know.
That's amazing.
Nice.
It's just amazing. Drew Boogie live in studio today. Comes in every once in a while and mixes some of our favorite clips.
Nice.
And with his music, it's just great. Let's say hi to James, the trucker. James, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Jimmy, you're a little high strung this morning, ain't you?
Me?
Hell yeah, man, earlier. Don't open that goddamn room, you mama. Yeah, goddamn, dude.
That was
He
Anthony.
doesn't understand that was me.
That was not me, sir. I don't wield iron
who
gloved,
was that then?
germ-free fist.
How long have you been listening to the program?
I've had my XM for about a month now, so I've only listened to you guys for a couple weeks, and I love you guys.
Thank you.
All right, so you don't really recognize the voices
That
yet.
was Anthony. Anthony.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Anthony, you're high strung as a motherfucker, man.
Well, they get me.
I'll make it very easy for you. Anything you hear that's really funny on the show, that would be me, Opie.
Any impressions of me, Norton.
That's right.
And any just yelling and mean-spirited ramblings would be either Anthony or Hawk.
Okay, I got you. Now, with all that stuff this morning, man, I don't know if you guys want this.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
We got other things to do.
We certainly do. And you'll learn who that always is as you continue to listen to the show.
Let's go to Mike in New Hampshire. Mike.
What's an ascot?
It's kind of
That's the last thing Lacey said.
Is it kind of gay that you know that?
Not really. Like, I think ascot.
Excuse me.
An ascot is what Charles Nelson Riley used to wear.
Yeah, it's like something Mr. Howell wears. It's like a what is it? Like
an AIDS tourniquet.
It's a silky scarf.
Silky scarf, but it's kind
Like
of
a thing.
tucked into your jacket.
Yeah,
around your neck. You know,
Thank you for the
kind of
description.
it's the sign of the homo.
Yes, it's a jizz catcher.
You're not going to see anyone from the NFL wearing one of those.
No,
unless you're on a gay cruise with Rosie O'Donnell.
The Rosie Cruise.
Yeah,
that football player.
You guys are kicking ass today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Doug in Arkansas.
Hey, guys, for a fucking show where you're supposed to be coasting, you're really bringing it to the fucking table this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Even when we coast, we're terrific.
Can I ask Jimmy a question real quick?
You feel free to ask anybody anything that you wish to ask.
Do you feel like in comedy that maybe somebody that's more of a victim, like somebody that does cancer jokes but is a cancer survivor, that's more okay than somebody that just does cancer jokes just to do them?
It's acceptable.
Why is that acceptable?
Everyone in comedy should should be able to do cancer jokes. I hate that. I'm not kidding. I hate that shit.
Well, I think he's asking. I don't think he's saying. I think he's asking.
No, I know. Well, I just had it. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry.
No.
You're the expert on being on a fucking
No.
stage. But that does frustrate me when it's like, oh, it's completely acceptable because the person that's telling the cancer jokes on the stage had a tumor removed, and that's why it's all right. That's bullshit.
Like Robert
That's
Schimmel
depressing.
does that, and it bugs the shit out of me because they laugh their ass off at him. But if somebody else does it, they're an evil fuck.
Well, and that's not about Schimmel. That's about the problem is, and I think what you're saying is like the audience will accept it from somebody a little bit easier.
Right.
You know, I mean, I guess in some cases I understand that, but I mean, we've all been affected by, like, I don't have AIDS. I make fun of it, but to be honest with you, I've had people I love die of AIDS. I mean, I'm in recovery.
Really.
So, like, I know guys that have, you know, I knew guys really well that got the virus when they were shooting dope and shit like that, and then they died. I mean, it's awful. It's an awful thing. So I'm making fun of something that has certainly fucking killed people that I loved.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to laugh.
All right, well, I'm punching out. I love you fuckers. I've been listening for a little while.
Cody in Indiana.
That would be Anthony.
Hey, guys. You did not give Anthony any recognition for a great fucking line that he threw out today.
And why would we?
What did I say?
During the rape story that chick had, she said, and I got on the train, and you said, you sure did.
That was a great line, and I heard it, and I didn't want to acknowledge it because what would happen is this. We would have completely become who we really are.
Speaking of train, it would have derailed the story, and we would have just gone off and made her cry.
Opie's finger wouldn't have hovered. She would have laughed good-naturedly, and yet deep down felt like, wow, why did I open up to these pigs?
Yeah.
I fucking love you guys. Punching out.
All right. Thank you for the recognition, sir.
We interrupt this program to bring you the ozone midget sighting of the day.
Wow, who saw this coming? Because I know they're now reciting it with me at home. Ed in Sacramento.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Ed.
And I got a dwarf sign for you guys. There's a guy that works on my job site. I'm sure he's an illegal Mexican. He's Mexican. I'm sure he's illegal. But this guy has got to be like 2.5 feet tall. And he wears this hammer in his belt instead of like in a tool bag.
Yeah.
Dang thing nearly drags the ground as he walks. It's hilarious.
You wear a hammer belt so it's easily accessible on your hip like a holster almost. And usually it hangs down just above your kneecap. But on him, you're saying it's like leaving a tail trail.
He's walking around like a knight with a sword.
It's freaking hilarious to watch him. It's so funny. That's nice to take, guys. Take it easy.
Very good.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Where did Jimmy go?
He just got up and left.
Time to go fart in the control room, maybe?
Oh, I hope so.
No, he's got to check his email.
Are you kidding? For that girl that...
Or he got an email and he just needs to...
He didn't even say anything this time, though.
He got very excited and just left.
He got up and walked off of the show.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Let's see. Hello, who's this? Hello?
You're on the air.
You're on the air.
Yeah.
Hello?
You didn't push the button.
Hello?
Hello?
Hold on a second.
All right.
Something going on. That's just... who's this?
Hold on a second. I can't hear you.
I can't hear you?
Why can't he... Yeah.
Gee.
All right, well, let's blow up that guy.
We interrupt this program to bring you the ozone midget sighting of the day.
Who saw this coming? Hello?
Hi. This is Bonnie McFarland, and I have a midget sighting. I just woke up and realized who I married.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
2 days in a row, we're going down the silly road.
What happened?
That's fantastic.
I mean, it was just a silly little thing.
Someone called and missed it.
All right, we got Dan in the studio. Helps us out with getting all the great audio from TV.
Oh.
And I saw something, and I go, Fan, please get this for the program. I'm obsessed with Tyra Banks. I'm so obsessed, and not many people are jumping on this bandwagon with me yet, but she is this just hot piece of ass. We all know that. But she has the biggest ego, and it has to be all about her. She doesn't even acknowledge that anyone else is walking around this planet, basically.
And she's a crazy person.
Yeah, she's got a talk show now. She's got America's Next Top Model that she does. So she's got 2 really hot TV shows right now.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow, some way, she always brings it back to being about her.
Right.
It's all about her.
Tyra.
And she did something on America's Next Top Model that just made me laugh my ass off because it just proves my point. All right?
That it's all about her.
Yeah. Should we just... Is it best to just play the audio or explain what's going to happen here?
Well, we could play the audio and then explain it, perhaps.
You think?
And then play it again.
Okay.
It'll use up more time. And that's what this show's about, especially on Coasting Friday.
All right, well, Tyra Banks on America's Next Top Model, whatever. She started her show with this.
Hello. Hi. How is everybody?
See, she has to, I just need to talk more about this. She has to come in, make the grand entrance.
Grand entrance, always.
All these hot pieces of asses are just hanging around waiting for Tyra to show up.
You know how
Tyra's going to pick her for the spot of being the next top model.
And you know how they work the camera when this is all happening? Like they show the contestants and the door.
Right.
And then Tyra walks through the door, and the reaction, they're all so happy to see her.
Yeah, it's got to be very dramatic.
Oh,
you can't just start with her hanging out in the room.
No, you're in the fucking room. Start the show.
With the models, right? She needs like an applause break every freaking show. Of
course.
Hello. Hi. How is everybody? Good. Pressure or anything? What's the hardest part of being in this competition? Not knowing what's going to happen next. Really? Well, you guys are the top 9, so you've gotten this far. So is it hard walking into the judging room and? Yes. I've been working so hard. I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be all weak in front of you, but I'm just so lightheaded. Somebody bring some water. All right. Oh my God. What's her pulse? Check her pulse. Oh no! I'm all right. Today you guys are gonna learn about acting! Learn about acting! Acting! That was fake! That was a good job. Good job! Good job. Oh. That was a good job.
I think Tyra's too good of an actress, and that was a very mean trick that she played on us.
Well, I did that because you guys are going to be learning all about acting this week, and it's about being convincing, and it's about being real. You have to be able to be in a commercial and say the words and be convincing. All right? So that is why I did this.
Not
to
bring
show
the script into O&A.
You got to go for it, and you got to commit.
Do you know who should be doing a thing about acting? Her producers and staff for not throwing up every time this cunt opens her mouth.
She's never acted in anything really good.
She's awful.
I don't even think she's ever had a speaking role on TV.
Dude,
in a commercial. Maybe, hey, I'm Tyra Banks and here's Clairol's fucking mascara.
She was... That's very good.
Thank you.
She was trying so hard to make it seem like she was acting, when all she did during that clip was she was sitting there, she sat down after she walked in, told people she felt a little lightheaded.
Yeah.
The other models were looking around suggesting a water or something like that.
Pizza.
She put her head down between her legs. She was feeling... And then she dramatically collapsed on the floor, and that's when you heard them all go, Tyra! Oh, my God! Tyra! Oh, my God! Help her! Oh! Because she fell on the floor. That was her acting.
And then jumps up and says, you're going to learn about acting today. You're going to learn acting! And she said acting because she's trying to sell it because she realized her little thing bombed horribly.
Yeah.
Bombed horribly.
It was, but is it acting if you fall? Like, if Drew Boogie is sitting there and you just fell on the floor, we'd all go, oh, hey, Drew, you okay? Are you
no,
fine?
No, we wouldn't.
No?
We'd keep going with the show.
I mean, the first break that came up, we'd probably say, are you okay?
We wouldn't notice. Hey, where's the scratching? Uh-oh.
We would be saying, lucky us.
We love not acting.
There's one less.
Jesus, Opie.
Do you know, Opie?
You are
It's just
horrific
hurtful.
today.
I happen to love Drew Boogie, and we all love Drew Boogie.
Yeah. I don't even see color when I look at Drew Boogie.
Why would you mention it then?
Anymore.
Okay.
Used to be. Oh, the black guy.
We don't care.
You don't need eyes to see the color. You just have to use your ears.
What? Because he can scratch. Yeah.
Guys, let's not get derailed. Hate never is the answer.
All right, listen.
Like that, Jimmy.
I made that up. That on a shirt.
Let's say hi to Reno in Mississippi. Reno?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
Going to say I'm glad you guys are back. Really, really glad. But anyway, I felt that one little snippet didn't get enough laughs. I believe it was Norton was talking about ascot, and he said it was used for an AIDS tourniquet, which I thought was
Thank you, sir.
We reacted to that. I think I got a hearty laugh out of the AIDS tourniquet.
You got a little chuckle from the background, but that's about it.
Sometimes, you see, we're all selfish, sir. When a subject comes up, sometimes our minds are racing to find a joke, and someone comes out with a good one, and we don't care because we're thinking of our own.
What the fuck? Why would the fuck?
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Why would she write that?
Someone's got to keep the newspapers away from her. We try every morning.
No, I was acting.
Oh, hey.
Acting.
Hey, what's the story on the paper?
Here's me acting. Well, I wonder who wrote that. I look up, my eyes open. Who wrote that? Wide open.
By the way, getting back to the selfishness and stuff and how the brain works when a subject hits and you try to come up with a really good line. I got actual audio of me thinking.
Oh, let's
hear a good line.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Wouldn't it be funny if we were all just like cock blocking undercutters, like Sam, just like let's say we're all going for a laugh on something, just like I'm talking, just interrupt me, like okay, so then this guy comes out.
Oh man, in the paper I saw.
Talking.
So listen, back to the tire bags thing and the acting. So,
did you happen to see?
Well,
see, that was your cue to yell. I'm talking.
I know, but I didn't feel like it.
But I went and then realized I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, you aren't the guy. Wasn't your line?
I'm sitting here reading the paper.
Can we play the tire bit again now that everyone understands it? So then she falls down, and she got a reaction, but she didn't expect one of the dopes to start crying uncontrollably, so then she has to calm her down.
Ew.
So it backfired.
Hello. Hi. How is everybody? Good. Pressure or anything? What's the hardest part of being in this competition?
Not knowing what's going to happen next.
Really? Well, you guys are the top 9, so you've gotten this far. So is it hard walking into the judging room and?
Yes.
I've been working so hard. I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be all weak in front of you, but I'm just so lightheaded.
Hook.
Somebody bring some water. I'm all right.
Please, what?
Oh my God.
Let's her palm. Check her palm.
Oh no! I'm all right. Today you guys are gonna learn about acting. Learn about acting. Acting. That was fake.
That was a good job. Good job. Good job. That was a good job. I think Tyra's too good of an actress, and that was a very mean trick that she played on us.
Well, I did that because you guys are going to be learning all about acting this week, and it's about being convincing, and it's about being real. You have to be able to be in a commercial and say the words and be convincing.
Say the words.
All right? So that is why I did this, to show you got to go for it and you got to commit.
That's true.
God, I wish one of those dopes had a heart attack.
And died.
just dropped dead.
That fucking emaciated whore model heart just stopped beating.
Right, that's all talk. A little shock.
Please. Waka. She's laying there fucking drooling on the side of her mouth. Oh, that would make me so happy.
Did you get the douche chills, though?
Dude, when she went acting, because it was like, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really a weird acting moment. It was just like Brando letting out that sigh when he found out Sonny was dead. She should get off a fucking train and go into an abandoned building with 5 gentlemen. We acting, bitch. You know, your mouth acting like a pussy.
All right, listen.
What did you bring in, waif? Thanks.
This is
That's right. You see fucking Sissy trying to open the door and have to use all of his body weight to pull open.
Sissy.
Fucking Travis tries to open the door to get out, and he pulls, and then has to just go lean to the left till it finally comes with him.
It is really sad.
Oh, fucking paperweight.
What has she acted in? Halloween Resurrection.
She was, wasn't she like a girlfriend in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Ooh.
For like a day?
Yep, you've got to be a football hero. 93.
She was in Higher Learning, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Spike Lee joint or something?
Well, as a lot of us speculated, she played Katisha on an episode of Mad TV. She was in her fucking resume is worse than mine. Do you realize this? If it wasn't for the fact that people wanted to fuck you, do you understand? I really should have had a funny thought there, but I just kind of petered out. That was a semicolon. It should have been a period.
We need a sound effect of a car just running out of gas.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, old school.
When I said we need, I should have just said, Anthony, could you please?
No. And no credits count when it says herself. Like playing herself.
Absolutely.
Which is 99% of her credits here. But she's an actress. She acted. She fell down on the floor.
She was on The New Price is Right in 2006. Skinny horse. She played Bob Barker's microphone.
All right, let's... so then Tyra Banks does this talk show. And she's really into these phobia shows.
I thought my Oprah line didn't get what it deserved either, by the way. All right, go ahead.
It's all right.
No.
Someone out there enjoyed it.
It was very funny, but we couldn't roll with it.
Yeah, we were
Frank Vincent on the line. I don't know. He's probably uncomfortable. You know, he's got a good job. Holy shit. Jimmy. I understand you need blow your nose, but right on the microphone?
What?
The tissue, you were blowing your nose directly into the mic.
Too bad. Let the next show deal with it. Hey, Fez. Fez, you got a luger on your mouth. Hey, Fez. I'll fuck both of those guys.
All right. Let's get into the Tyra Banks Phobia Show audio, Volume 2. This is the second time she's done the Phobia Show. All right. Basically, she brings these dopes in, and they got these weird fears. And then Tyra, because she's an expert at this.
Dr. Tyra steps in and uses her expertise to try to get these people over their fears.
Right. So there's a fear of styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
A fear of garden gnomes.
Stop it.
Because they're on every front lawn.
That's not true. Right? Tell me you're kidding, and you threw that one in as a joke.
And then the one I saw, fear of ovens.
Fear of ovens. Well.
Make your own joke, please.
Yes. Please make your own joke. They own broadcasting. So
Here's Tyra's intro to the Phobia Show.
All right, everybody. I recently did a...
Making it about her. Thank you, Than, for writing that in the clip, because, yes, once again, she turns it around and makes it about her again.
Because the show should have been, I helped some of my viewers get through their stuff.
Right.
She doesn't mention them once until, after she talks about herself.
All right, everybody. I recently did a show that was incredibly difficult for me.
Me.
For her.
And on that show, I finally faced my fear of dolphins, and that was one of the hardest days of my life. And since that show aired, the emails and phone calls and letters...
Is there anyone with me? How this is so ridiculous?
The dumbest fear ever is the fear of a dolphin.
Dear Tyra, please help me. I have a fear of being blown by 3 girls at once. I don't think my heart could take it. Well, you just sit in that chair, little Jimmy, and let these 3 come over here and help you.
But dolphins...
They're so easy to avoid.
They're so easy to spot. First of all,
my God.
If you never want to be in contact with a dolphin, then you don't step in the water. But you can even step in the water because you can even see the dolphins coming. They have an unusual way of swimming. It's not like a shark that's going to be cruising under the water and maybe bite your leg.
There is a way, and this is very rare in this life and this world. There is a way to guarantee 100% that you will not encounter a dolphin. Yes, Jimmy?
Especially if you're black.
Oh, shit.
That's really good. Come on.
How many today?
But that's a good one.
I like it.
And I feel like I could do the black humor because I got Drew.
Drew's right here.
Drew right there, laughing really
Drew
hard.
quivers. Being used today, Jesus.
Laughing a little too hard because he just wants to fit in with the white people.
Oh, my
That's not true. Drew's got a good sense of humor about everything.
Really does.
I got one more, and he's going to be knocked out. You all right, Drew?
I'm fine.
All right.
Knock you
Everyone
out.
knows we love Drew.
Yeah, Drew's a very talented DJ and our friend.
Anyway, the fear of dolphins.
Yes, dolphins. It's probably one of the things that is a 100% guarantee, which doesn't come across in this lifetime very often, that you will not encounter a dolphin.
By the way, I know why she has that fear. She read her stupid book.
Really?
Yes.
You read her book?
That's right. She was
Magnificent Bastard.
She was raped by Mark Duper.
Wow.
A Mark Duper joke.
He was a Miami Dolphin from the 70s.
All right, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I'm standing.
Thank you, Opie.
Opie, standing ovation.
Thank you very much.
Because he went obscure Dolphin.
So, yeah, why didn't you just go with,
Because last time this came up, I did a Marino joke.
You did?
I'm fucking Ralph redundant. fucking Chip changed the line.
All right, so
why does Norton just repeat his lines?
We're never.
You want me to ban somebody?
What?
I think you wanted me to ban somebody that was being evil to you.
No,
I'll do it.
No.
All right, so the dolphin thing, which I can't get past.
No.
I just can't bet.
It's a stupid fear.
And she makes it so dramatic. It's a
I got
fucking
over my
dolphin.
fear.
All right, everybody. I recently did a show that was incredibly difficult for me. And on that show, I finally faced my fear of dolphins. And that was one of the hardest days of my life. And since that show aired, the emails and phone calls and letters and even videos have been pouring in from so many viewers who are ready to confront their phobias too. Now here's a look at just a few of the phobia confessions that we received. Now they might seem funny to you, but believe me, these fears are 100% real.
My fear is rabbits. I am terrified when people touch me.
I have the worst fear of velvet.
Garden gnomes, beach,
Mascots. People don't understand how bad this fear really is.
it freaks me out.
It gives me the chills.
This is a real fear.
We have a fear of being prepared.
Right. We never face it.
Ben has a fear of actually seeing single.
Where is Ben? Is he here today?
He's a little under the weather.
Is Ben sick?
Yeah.
I want to tussle his hair.
How can he be under the weather with that huge head? Doesn't it go into the stratosphere? Where is he? Oh, I see his head.
He doesn't want to be bothered.
Highlight. What do you highlight? Highlight.
He's looking at pictures.
It's just nonsense what he does. Highlight. Don't talk that for that. It's a highlight. Messy desk on phone. What?
Yeah.
How do you look so busy all the time and nothing gets accomplished?
You take your mouse and you left click. Here's what Ben does all day. Do it at home right now. Whatever is in front of you on your monitor, just left click your mouse and drag so the text is highlighted. And now click off the text and unhighlight.
That's what you do all day.
Repeat for 4 hours.
That's right.
All right, listen, let's get back to Tyra. So we got the fear of styrofoam. Right?
Yes.
Styrofoam.
Now, for most of us, receiving a big package in the mail is something that we look forward to.
Yes, me too.
But for Arnay, an unopened box only means that her worst nightmare is lurking
what's in the box?
inside.
Severed head.
So tell us what you're dreading.
Awful.
What is your fear?
I have a really serious phobia, and it's with styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
Yeah.
What happens when you see styrofoam?
Terrific.
It's really hard for me. I don't like to be around it, and whenever I encounter it, my first reaction is to get away from it as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
If I physically can't get away from it, then I close my eyes, I scream, whatever I can do to distract myself from it.
Are you shook up? Are you nervous?
Do you know what I have a fear of? I have a fear of styrofoam. That's when a box is sent to you and your item is protected by a self-indulgent twat. Oh, no, there's styrofoam in the box. I really didn't know where I was going with that one.
I liked it.
Thank God it landed on funny.
Yes.
I'm going to start whispering my punchlines. Just to make you listen.
All right, ready for more of this crap?
Yes.
Why do you think you're so scared of styrofoam?
I've been dealing with it for a really, really long time, but I can remember being about 5 or 6, and my grandfather chewed tobacco. And there was all these spit cups around, you know, and I'm always seeing these little styrofoam cups.
So
I'm like,
chew tobacco and spit it in the cups.
I know.
So there's these styrofoam cups everywhere, and my mother's going, don't touch it, don't go near it, you know what I mean? So I'm hearing this, don't touch it, don't go near it, and so I'm just kind of like, from
then
maybe
on,
that's
where it came from.
No, here's where it came from.
Yeah.
You were on the right track. Grandpa used a styrofoam cup, so you'd wake up at 3 in the morning with a burning in your bottom and chin stubble in your back, and as you looked to the left and pretended you were eating cotton candy while whatever went on, all you could focus on was Grandpa's styrofoam cup, which had magically appeared on your nightstand.
Right.
And you'd feel bottom sore, hand-grabbing cup. Bottom sore, cup put back.
I look forward to the Drew Boogie remix of that.
Wow.
You heard the rhythm in there, right, Drew?
I like that. I can use it.
I didn't mean to make it hot, but I think that's what happened.
Well, let's say hi to Eric in Jersey. Eric.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Good morning there, Joaquin Norton.
Hey, that's good.
All right.
I like that, Eric.
I like it too. I have a clip belt. I have a birthday.
I believe her whole audience have a phobia, jobophobia.
Her whole
jobophobia.
Oh, that's funny. I wanted to smash him because he said, I believe her whole audience have a, but then he had a good.
That was a good one.
Amy, Poconos, what's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
Amy. I was just wondering if anybody ever noticed. When Tyra speaks, doesn't it sound like she's like a guest speaker at a fucking preschool talking to a bunch of fucking 6-year-olds?
She does, because everybody is so far below her that they are children.
Yes.
You got My wife loves them shows, and I can't fucking stand it. She's a dumb whore. Both of them.
What were you going to say, Than?
Once she starts coaching people through their little exercises, it really gets very condescending.
Oh, good. Which we get to see here.
I love it.
They went to a styrofoam factory?
Well, it's factory, yeah. Sorry, I forgot the lie there.
All right, because I saw a factor.
Tyra's formula is, you're afraid of something, let's get the largest amount of that thing and put you near it or in it or on it or open it.
It couldn't just be a couple of blocks of styrofoam and here, hold this here in the
whole
studio.
ceiling has to collapse with styrofoam.
Yeah, we're taking
raining down on you.
Styrofoam factory, which just pumps out like house-sized blocks of
gigantic blocks that fill the room, and it's just like, I was kind of a little frightened.
Now we mummified her in styrofoam and beat her feet with a rock.
Well, let's see what happens.
Let's hear.
Hi, I'm Susie Ramirez. Welcome to Williams Phone. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too.
You can just see how overwhelming it is for Arne to even be in the presence of styrofoam. At first, Arne was having none of it. No!
Arne!
She ran away?
But after a few minutes with the doctor, she was finally ready to face her fear. Actually touching the styrofoam is something she'd never done before.
Oh, help me!
Audio of her running away.
She's in a styrofoam factory, so where's she going to run to?
Exactly. Let's go to Jeff in Florida. Jeff?
It's got to be a safe place to work, though, huh?
Yeah. Certainly.
Like, a whole big,
Jeff.
pallet full falls on you and you all laugh.
And if you need to move the location, like say you want to move, you don't even need to pack up the factory. Just send it as is. Put an address on the front of it and ship it out.
Nothing gets damaged.
That's right. I'll walk the line.
Jeff, Florida.
Yeah,
why don't you walk the line to a plastic surgeon and get that fixed? Why don't you have your face fixed?
Holy shit.
Marry me. No? All right. I'll ask you on stage. Because you're mine to walk the line, marry me. What, disappointed you didn't win the Oscar? You fucking birth defect face? Should do the head spin in front of the Viper Room.
Hey.
Now you've gone too far.
I'll fuck him in the mouth and the ass. What do you think of them apples?
Jim Norton at Bananas in Poughkeepsie all weekend long.
Poughkeepsie.
Jeff in Florida. Jeff?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Opie if he has a phobia of marshmallows.
Actually, I didn't have a phobia of marshmallows. I had a phobia of not fitting in.
Aww.
Hence the joining of a fraternity.
Oh.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know I love all you. You're all funnier than shit.
Another.
There might have been a butt coming after that, so cut him off in the good part. I just want you to know I love you. Click.
Hey, I didn't get to see the video, so did they dump the styrofoam on this this broad, or?
She comes back in the studio, and then they put, I think track 6 is when she's presented with the challenge concerning styrofoam.
Very well put.
Also, what they just went to the factory to.
I was trying to read and talk.
Oh, wait, that clip ends with her running away, so she didn't do anything in the styrofoam factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fans acting illiterate.
Yeah. The next.
Wow, let me dance to the music in the car.
Would have killed for that.
Now you would have killed yourself if you got it. Good for you. You're a comic, not a fucking commercial. You're not a product hawker.
Yeah, you tell him.
Exactly.
I'm not a residual collector.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Checks.
Way to phrase it better.
Who needs enough money to pay his bills every month?
Yeah, you'll make the money. He's funny.
Pulling down a fortune here, I'm sure.
He'll make the money. He's fucking funny. He's good looking. He's popular. Whoa, what are you, an authority? God, sorry.
Kurt in North Carolina.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, thanks for pardoning the Pal Talk Room, by the way. So anyway, yeah, I'm just calling to say, hey, I'm doing the dishes, real big fan and all that, and I just hold on. Oh Jesus, I can't feel my arm. Oh shit. I was acting.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Wow. Dude, you had me.
Wow.
I was looking for a phone to call someone.
Hey, Tyra, I love you. All right, see you guys later.
Take care, man. Thank God you're okay.
Hey,
Thank God.
I might have to break out some of my acting chops today.
Spuds Buckley?
Oh.
Damn it.
I want to see Spuds.
Let me see.
Guy had some good Foley work.
I see some good Foley work.
The guy on the phone.
Yeah.
A horse.
How'd you do that? I'm so unmusical.
It's a little rhythm.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I have the Mabel King
A
horse.
little paradiddle.
If this was, I just don't know how to do it. If this was a horse, McCartney would marry it. My knuckles hurt. I hurt my knuckles. I walk the line. Yeah. That fucking Reese Witherspoon was mediocre at best. I shouldn't marry you. She should marry me.
I like how he does both parts.
Exactly.
You should have won the Oscar.
I certainly should have.
So I guess it's just them coming back in the studio.
Tyra.
Fan has decided it's time to move back to the bit.
Well, I saw Ope was looking at the track list. I'm just trying to anticipate needs.
Way to go, little chin scar.
Can I please everyone?
I applaud. I applaud that.
Please. Very good, reining it in.
Certainly is.
Let's go to this clip. It's called Tyra Makes It About Her.
Arne, when I saw you running away from the styrofoam, I immediately thought back to my experience with the dolphins because
of course you did.
How could you not? Who didn't?
Holy
You can say it a million times. You're not going to get the reaction you want. No one gives a shit about your dumb fear of dolphins.
I immediately thought about my reaction.
If she was afraid of heights and she went skydiving, I'd go, wow, that's a pretty legit thing.
Mm-hmm.
But just shut up.
It's styrofoam. It's a dolphin.
Reese Witherspoon should be on. I had a fear of birth defects on mouths, and then I was forced to live with one for 3 months and kiss it on film.
Immediately thought back to my experience with the dolphins because I got acclimated with the water and then they were going to bring the dolphins in, and I did the same thing. I ran. What were you thinking when you were running?
I just wanted to get away from it. It was like mountains and mountains of styrofoam, like everywhere you looked. And they were cutting it, so bits of it were on the floor, and it was under my feet, and it was...
And I understand the sound is something for you, too.
Yeah,
the
it was
sound
really...
of styrofoam touching
everywhere.
Itself.
It felt like I was inside of a piece of styrofoam.
Really?
It really did.
You felt like it was all over you.
It was everywhere. Everywhere I turned.
And it's not the styrofoam sound. That was the creaking of the bed. Bottom sore, bottom sore.
Uncle's cup.
No, Grandpa.
Grandpa? Was it Grandpa?
Yes.
It was Uncle.
Uncle just peeked in and watched. Uncle was lookout.
Mark from Boston. saying you guys should help Voss with his phobia of being funny or his phobia of picking up a check.
I'll say picking up a check, but Voss is very funny.
Voss is very funny.
Been very funny, especially lately on the program.
He's a good comic.
All right, now, what's this last clip? This is where she confronts her fear of styrofoam?
Yeah, the Tyra Banks treatment.
Okay, great.
Okay. Just stand right here. Now, this is made of styrofoam, but it's painted orange, okay? Stand by me. It's painted orange so that it doesn't look too much like styrofoam. But inside of here is an 18-karat white gold diamond pendant necklace from the Roberto Coin Cento diamond collection. And the cool thing is that the pendant necklace also has a ruby hidden on the back for good luck.
Product whoring.
All right, so there are diamonds inside of here waiting for you. A beautiful diamond pendant necklace. And if you can open it and get to it, that's for you.
If they really wanted to do it, they would have hid it in their grandfather's foreskin.
Yeah. Really get to that fear.
Peel his skin back with your teeth and then take the ring off. Fucking styrofoam. Yuck.
Is that really curing the fear?
No!
What is she doing?
Do you think after a while the people are going to catch on and know that if they say they have a fear of something, she's going to hide some jewelry in it?
Exactly.
Like a fear of a ring ding or something, and just you get a tasty treat, a ring, and off you go.
I have a fear of being blown in my Saturn and patting a girl's head and a wig coming off and me going, say!
Well...
Nowadays, we got to take this crap seriously.
That's amazing.
Why can't we just say, you're just ridiculous? Stop.
Styrofoam?
Stop.
Enough.
Garden gnome girl is...
How about throwing her into the ocean and only having styrofoam flotation devices there?
Yeah, like those awful life things you see at the pool.
The life preserver.
That gives you a rash.
At the pool, yeah.
You get that rash.
It makes their... See how fast she overcomes her fear of styrofoam.
Right. I'm with you, Anthony.
Who's the gnomes, Stan? Are we talking about
coming right up?
It's coming up.
Oh, we got him.
But first, Jeff in Ohio. Jeff?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you have a fear of vacuum cleaners?
It's not a fear, but it just gives me the old heebie-jeebies.
It gives off the willies.
The sound of a vacuum cleaner.
And it goes back to my mom vacuuming pretty much all day.
Really?
Pretty much all day. Lift your feet.
Yeah.
But to this day, yeah, when I hear vacuums, it's true. These guys have seen it. Goosebumps right away. The hair, like, as they say, standing up on the back of my neck.
Because people used to call up. And unannounced, they would... I
will remember that next time.
They would give Opie like a comment or something, and then they'd turn on a vacuum cleaner in the background.
You can't do that. You can't use a vacuum cleaner if you call up here. It would just bother Ope and upset him.
Don't do that.
We don't want Ope upset.
You know, I think the phones and this show, it's overrated.
We're gonna have no listener input.
That must
by the end of this program.
Must really suck. Hey, how you doing? You the man vacuum cleaner? Oh no, I can't think vacuum cleaner. I the man sings right. Dump out. Pest got me.
Shut up. Hey, we didn't get the clip of her like conquering her fear of styrofoam. That was like the setup.
It's kind of boring. It's
all right. Very good.
Okay.
Look at that.
Dan making an editorial decision that was probably right.
Kind of boring.
Someone around here is making a decision.
Oh shit. Ben is
fucking doing highlight forward.
Highlighting something and then unhighlighting. He's made decisions.
All you see from our view is a bunch of desks and stuff, a fucking creepy Amish bearded intern, and then all you see is a giant skull with what could be a window behind it. It's just a head with an awful fucking hairdo. And occasionally it will turn. And you're waiting for Comet Shoemaker Levy to smash into the side of
it. All right, well, let's do the garden gnomes. Fear of garden gnomes.
I'm scared of gnomes.
What is a gnome? It's like
a gnome is a little mythical character. Mm-hmm. You've seen them on the front lawns and on the Travelocity commercial. A little chubby thing with a pointy hat known as the gnome hat. Oh. And I don't know what they're supposed to represent. Aren't they supposed to, like, do things? Like, each type of gnome represents something else, some kind of power or some kind of thing in your garden? Do you know, Kev?
Nope. Come on, you do know.
Kevin.
Yes, you do.
I know nothing.
Come on.
Nothing.
I don't believe it.
You have to know something about gnomes, you geek.
You fucking do. You probably LARPed as a gnome. You LARPer. You LARPer.
Hey, Fear of Garden Gnomes. So, first track, according to Than, Tyra makes it about her.
Of course.
If she
You said you can't even watch the Travelocity commercials. Those are the commercials that have the little gnome on the commercial.
I can't. I'm scared to death of them. I'm just afraid they're going to crawl out of the TV.
Yeah. And even talking about gnomes gets to you, because I can tell that even right now, talking about it. Yeah? Tell me why.
It's just, I think it's...
Oh, my
God. Very nerve-wracking because I've been teased and tormented about it for a long time.
Because people think, oh, it's a gnome. It's something to be, made fun of. Just like with me with dolphins, people make fun of that. And it doesn't mean that it's not real. They think, oh, I can make fun of you and maybe you'll jump, out of this fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was good acting right there by Tyra.
Yeah.
She became the person talking to the other girl, but not as Tyra. It was good. I thought it was a different person. I wonder if this girl has a fear of mental illness as well, and the fear of taking Paxil and other medication that has obviously been prescribed for her. If you're crying talking about gnomes, you should just have your fanny pinched.
Gnomes.
Does the world really need you?
No, again, dude, I swear to God, you need Will Sampson and a pillow. Why didn't I say Chief? Why did I have to try to be fucking too smart and say Will Sampson?
But now that you said Chief, we all know.
I know, but it would have been funny. I just spoiled the joke.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I know.
A brilliant film.
It really was good.
It's pretty much something you can keep away from, gnomes, right?
Yeah, no garden. Who the fuck has a
Stay
garden?
away. I mean, they're not going to wake up and be like the Burger King guy just sleeping next to you, which I have a fear of.
I know.
Where the Burger King.
Can we please find out where this lady lives and just pile as many gnomes as possible around her house?
Just a bunch of little green guys.
Here's the next clip. Practical jokes, Stan. I didn't see this.
This is some of the jokes people play on her involving garden gnomes.
Oh, sweet.
So what happens when you see a gnome?
I start shaking really bad and crying. It's just... It's terrifying.
And tell me about some of the practical jokes that people have played on you.
My sister, her and my brother, they would tell me that, oh, we heard the yard gnomes walking around outside, and then one morning put them in my bed. My brother has put them in my shower one night. And it's just my boyfriend chased me through Walmart with them.
Scumbag.
How do you not love the boyfriend? Yard gnomes.
What a prick.
Yard gnomes. Is that what your father called them?
Hey, Prozac from Whackbag wants to be part of the show today. Prozac.
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of fucking hacks, man. Come on, you bunch of Howard wannabes, man. Get off the fucking radio. Come to Sirius. That's where you belong, and you're gonna fucking bomb there too, man.
Oh boy.
I'm just kidding.
Acting. You were I was so angered by him.
I believed him.
Oh, I felt bad about our show.
Oh, what a big relief.
And he was acting.
Hey, let's go to Greg in D.C. Greg.
Hey, guys, I was trying to find out if your interns and other employees have a fear of positive reinforcement.
Wow. Very nice, Greg. Let's go to Talon, the trucker. Talon.
Yeah, Anthony, don't you have a fear of boogers? And is this the Tyra Banks show or the Zoolander show? Because she's fucking stupid as hell.
Here's how...
Thank you. Let me get that in.
Yes, the Zoolander show didn't need a dash after it with an explanation.
All right, let's go back to the fear of garden gnomes.
I'm scared, Opie.
The source, of her fear.
Do you know why you're afraid of them?
I think it goes back to when I was younger, like 5 or 6. I wanted to be a big girl and hang out with my sister and her friends. And they were watching the movie The Leprechauns, all those movies. And it's about a leprechaun who kills people to get his gold back. So that and the Billy Goat Scruff story.
Is that like Aesop's Fable or something?
Yeah. The big bad troll lives under the bridge. And in the same year, we went to a haunted house, and we had to cross a bridge. and someone reached up and grabbed my foot.
And it made you think of the Billy Goat's Gruff with the troll underneath that were getting the goats.
Yeah, wait, what?
Wow. Ooh, stop watching scary movies.
Yeah, obviously she's got a problem with the scary movies.
Moving on, Tyra's dumb poem to explain the task.
Yeah, she has another task for her, and
she tasks me.
Presents it in the form of a cute limerick.
Hickory dickory dock. No?
Or how about roses are small, violets are bigger. I didn't say what. What?
Well,
I'm not a good poet.
No.
How are you feeling right now, knowing that you're probably going to encounter some gnomes right now?
Very scared and terrified.
Very scared and terrified. Well, you're really brave today, okay? And I want you to stand up, because I have a little something here.
Cue Rich Voss.
And actually, I have a little clue first. Let me read my little clue.
The pointy
I'm a gnome who's short and stout, and I promise I won't jump out. So in the garden that I roam, find me. I'm the Tyra gnome. We have a little garden that we set up here, okay? And there's 10 gnomes there, okay? So what that limerick means is there are 10 gnomes, and there's one that's a Tyra gnome.
One intern needed
So there's one that has my logo. You see this right here? That's the logo. And one of them has that underneath.
She has to find the gnome that says Tyra on it?
Couldn't it say somebody else then?
No. It had to say Tyra.
Why does your name have to be under the gnome's foot?
It's not the name of the prize she gets. It's just Tyra.
Tyra.
Of course she gets a prize. It's like a game show for neurotics.
We should take this bit. You know we could have fun with this.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And laugh the entire time.
Now, there's 10 uncles standing nude. We have taped a necklace behind the testicles of one of them.
All right, well, here's Tyra. She's, what did you write here? Tyra's a condescending ass in this clip.
Step inside the garden.
Dog.
Okay, so now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to lift them up and see underneath which one has the Tyra logo. The Tyra gnome. You ready? Yeah, that's one. That didn't have it.
She touched
Let's try another one. Yes! She got it! You got it!
Is she teaching kindergarten?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you hear her? Yay, finger painting. Yay. Don't eat the paste.
Point to your shoes.
What is
kindergarten crap?
What is the Tyra logo? Is it a vagina with like a torso and legs under it?
Should be.
Yeah, I thought that they would probably greenlight that.
On network.
I'm sure someone presented it and they went, look, we can't.
Can't go with that.
She has to lift the gnome feet.
We can't, and you're fired.
Yes. Oh, look at this. Fucking Eric's got the Tyra logo.
Oh, there
the
it is.
circle with Tyra in it.
Looks very much like the Blink logo. The old Blink logo.
Old Blink.
That's very good.
A pink logo.
Tyra.
Hey, let's go to Owen from Ohio.
Owen!
Oh, appreciate that. I didn't know Professor Anthony's theories, but I'm on Paxil and all those kinds of antidepressant medications, and these people can't use that. They need like a fucking lobotomy or shot therapy or something.
Yeah, this isn't curing anything.
Thanks for the call.
That's that Paxil.
Let's go to Joe in Glendale. Joe?
Hey, I'm embarrassed to say that I was actually in the audience, and my wife wanted to go to the show. She warms up her own audience.
She warms up her own. Usually they have a comic or something that gets the audience warmed up. She warms up the audience.
You know how she warms them up?
How?
Uh-oh. Well, face your fear, Opie.
That's right.
Thanks for that.
Goodbye, Travis.
So, all right. Wow. Where were we?
Why would
There was a vacuum playing?
Yes.
That's where we were.
Do you have goosebumps?
Look at him.
Eric, feel his arms.
That is the weirdest thing. Anyway, fear of garden gnomes. That's right. That's what we're talking. I swear to God, I went blank for like 2 seconds.
I had a
Yeah, Tyra.
The prize.
Yeah, Tyra explains what the prize is and works herself in there.
Clip is labeled "The Prize." Tyra makes it about her.
All right, let me tell you, Miss Amanda, what you were going to get. Kentucky Vacations is hooking you up with a 9-day trip to Southern Ireland. So they're all going to be talking like this when you get there. And you and a friend, you can bring anybody
Hold
that
on,
you
can you
want. We'll
pause
visit
that real
places
quick?
like
That would have been funny, especially if it was a trip to Africa and you said, and they all going to be talking like this. That would have went through on network.
The African part of
No,
Italy?
If you no, they all going to be talking like a diss.
Like a diss.
Well, you know, I'm saying if you stereotype that, or we got your trip to Israel, and they're all going to be talking like this.
That's better.
Wow.
Why don't you say a trip to Nebraska and do Johnny Carson?
That would have been like they gave away a trip to Nebraska, and they're all talking like this.
Oh, I love your Carson.
But do you see how that's acceptable? And I know I'm preaching, but I don't care, and that's fine. But man, if a fucking white talk show host had said that, like you're going to Nairobi, and they'll all be talking like that. Boy, that would have been fucking dumped in a second. Fucking Hollywood stinks. Sorry. Speech!
9-day trip to Southern Ireland. So they're all going to be talking like this when you get there. And you...
By the way, let's point out the worst Irish accent
That's
ever.
good acting.
Yeah, way to prove you're a good actor.
Way to emphasize. They're all going to be talking like this, like Swedish.
What is the accent she's trying to do?
I don't know.
Get the fucking accent right, you fucking spook. That's the accent in Ireland.
Why didn't you use the C word? They use that freely over
Cunt.
That's right.
You fucking cunt. Get me a Guinness, would you?
To Southern Ireland. So they're all going to be talking like this when you get there. And you and a friend...
They're all going to be talking like this.
Yeah, that was a Hindu accent.
Yeah, maybe
exactly.
Oh, we're going to Ireland. That's where we all live. It's wonderful.
This Tyra, fucking woman of 1,000 voices, none of them with talent.
Trip to Southern Ireland. So they're all going to be talking like this when you get there. And you and a friend, you can bring anybody that you want. We'll visit places like Dublin's Parnell Square and St. Stephen's Green, and you'll be able to tour Cork and Blarney and Kilkenny and the lively sea town of Galway. But I've never been to Ireland.
I haven't been there. They're all drunk anyway.
Next story.
Oh, you got to back it up a little bit.
Enjoy. They sure did come
sorry.
It's okay.
Good.
I stepped on something.
Just
my drunk Irish joke.
With Tyra.
Yeah.
Making it about herself.
But I've never been to Ireland. Yes, I have once. Modeling job. They didn't pay me my money, but that's another story. Enjoy. They sure did. Company went bankrupt. Enjoy Ireland's medieval towns, castles, and cathedrals. Do you know how gorgeous that is going to be?
Oh, way to add, Tyra.
Yeah. Apparently your modeling was not helpful. They went belly up right after they photographed you.
No kidding. Didn't pay her, went belly up.
Yeah, you fucking asshole with a horsehair wig. Cannot stomach her. And that fucking Irish thing doesn't annoy me, but it's going to fucking irritate me. It doesn't offend. I fucking can't talk. I was going to say it doesn't offend me, but it's going to annoy me.
I got to tell you, though, you've had a terrific show, Jimmy.
Yes. I feel good about it.
You really had a great show.
I don't mean to be preachy, but that's the type of shit that you got to look for and just watch. Just watch what political correctness does.
Exactly.
Geese.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I guess that's it for that one.
Yeah, she got her trip.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, here's the one I saw. Fear of ovens.
To Ireland.
Fear of ovens, and the blonde was just shaking her ass off. Couldn't get anywhere near an oven that was in the studio.
Yeah, well, you know what? If she was married and she had a fucking husband who knew what he was doing, she'd have a fear of black eyes, and she'd learn to cook. Well, how'd you get over your fear of ovens? Well, my fear of a boot in my spine was greater. My fear of a slapped mouth.
Let's meet Ashley.
8 domestic violence jokes in a row, and I wonder why.
This is Ashley, and her phobia involves something that all of us have in our homes. So, Ashley,
Billions of
tell us
dollars.
what your phobia is.
A fucking maid? A vomitorium, you fucking dumb model?
I was bonding with her for a while.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No.
This is Ashley, and her phobia involves something that all of us have in our homes. So, Ashley, tell us what your phobia is.
I'm deathly afraid of ovens. Ovens.
Like ovens. Like ovens.
Ovens that you cook in.
Ovens you drive.
Toaster ovens, barbecue pits, ovens.
Anything that has to do with cooking something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even that crazy a fear. That could be claustrophobic. Because if you think about an oven, I mean, there's rather unpleasant things that can happen to you in
burning.
An oven.
Well, you might be scared it might blow up or something.
Explosion.
Yeah, you're in the oven, you can't get out, the heat's coming on, you're like, are they going to make me like a human food?
Would he hide in this stove? Would I throw a lighted match in here?
So I said,
if Rocky was in this stove?
Oh, yeah.
It's a fear. You watched that cartoon. It was very scary as a child.
Because the voice reminded me of, I said, cook the hostage.
Cook the hostage. What's up, Doc?
Never noticed that. Laird sounds like Bugs Bunny.
Yes, he does. Source of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think you're scared of ovens?
I'm not, like, really sure. As long as I could remember, I've been scared of ovens. But I do remember one thing in particular. When I was, like, 5, 6 years old, Nickelodeon had a show on Saturday night called Snick. And one of the shows of Snick was Are You Afraid of the Dark? Maybe people are familiar.
I know that show.
Yeah.
Well,
one of the episodes was there was an oven in a basement, and kids got, like, locked in the basement, and the oven came to life. And it glowed orange, and it made this sound, and the kids got sucked in, and they died. Like, they never came out.
Ooh, I'm scared.
Basically, these people just have trouble discerning fiction from reality.
Yeah, some kind of fiction from their youth, TV shows, movies.
It wasn't real. Uh-oh.
What did I do?
Did I do that?
What happened?
Let's hope not for your future.
I know.
I don't know. Okay. Thrill as she bakes.
They really do have a fucking awful inability to separate films from... It's like being fucking terrified of the Hulk and that fucking awful hairdo, so they bring in Eric Logan to help you. You just have to touch his hairdo.
No! I don't want to touch his hairdo.
And their oven, because I guess they couldn't find an extension cord long enough. They just have an oven sitting in the middle of the stage, and they open it, and there's just 4 sterno pots lit in there.
Are you shitting me? They couldn't figure out
how to have
a real oven.
Yeah.
So it's an oven with sterno in it.
Which doesn't really replicate what it's like to have an oven.
No, the heat.
Yeah.
The ominous heat and glow of the oven.
The electricity surging through.
Gas, perhaps, hissing.
Just a waste of time.
Before it... Very scary. Not with 4 little fucking sterno things.
And it's warm, but it's not going to burn you. I feel the heat, but it's not going to burn you. Don't get scared when you get close and feel that warmth, okay? It's not burning me. You see that? It's not burning me.
What's the use of it?
You can do it.
Slam her head.
Pull it open. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. Yes. Okay. Now, in you go. In you go.
Oh, my God.
Okay, but this is one thing. You have to be careful.
Oh, my God.
I don't want you to burn yourself. This is a hot oven. There's a fire going on in there. So you cannot go in and pull so fast that you could burn yourself.
Tyra Mengele.
Oh, yeah. Pounding out your chest. Okay, here we go. But remember, when you put it in, don't pull so fast out that you burn yourself, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. There you go. Push it in. Push. Push. Yay. Close it. Careful. Don't burn yourself. Go under. Yay.
Remove your clothing and put them in a pile. You will all be kept together when you get to the family camp.
I want to thank the FCC for taking away all our edgy programming. You made the right choice. Thank you.
Because this is what we get.
Because this is what we get
4
now.
sterno pots in a stove with a petrified lunatic in front of it.
You really know what the American people want.
Psychopath directing her.
Thank you. This is kindergarten shit.
And that's why they didn't have it plugged in, by the way, because they're afraid of her burning herself and having a lawsuit.
Yeah, probably.
Well, now she retrieves the cookies.
That's what it was, cookies.
And she gets a prize for retrieving the
cookies. And not to nitpick, but 4 sterno pots is not going to cook cookie dough properly like an oven would.
No. Maybe she should have a fear of uncooked cookies.
Well, now.
Are you ready? So first, bare hands open.
You can do it.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, here we go. We can do it. We want cookies, don't we, guys? Yeah. Get it out. Yeah.
Okay,
Put it on top of the stove. Top of the stove. Top of the stove. Put it on top of the stove. Okay, push it back in. Push it back in. Push it back in. Now, push. And close. And close it. Yes. That's enough. That's enough. Yes. All right, Ashley, since you have come here. Oh, we're so done. It's over. It's over.
Do you think on the way out, audience members actually like it's like coming out of a blackout and go, I don't remember. Did we clap and cheer for a woman for taking cookies out of an oven? I got a
babysitter for this.
Walk out. Yeah, you walk out just
like,
what the?
Well, where do you want to eat before we take the train back to Long Island?
Who the what the?
Oh no, it's a LA show, right?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
What did she get for taking the cookies out of the oven?
Hopefully diabetes. Now we're gonna numb this toe before we garden shear it off. We all like stuffing styrofoam in our socks, don't we, guys?
Yeah. She gets a trip to Miami because it's hot. Get it? And then,
like an oven.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then she actually gets cooking lessons, too, just to make sure she really gets burned. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So there you go. I can't get enough of her because she's...
You're right,
so
dude. She's horrendous.
And it's all about her.
And the show's getting good ratings. She's on XM.
Is it getting good ratings, her show?
I personally don't get it at all.
I'll say it for the record.
Level.
She sucks.
And for the record.
Yes, and might I add, with emphasis, this bitch sucks.
Let's go to Bill in Tennessee. Bill?
Hello, Bill. Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, Bill. Just hold your horses, fucko. What were we doing yesterday that was making me laugh? There was something...
Oh, shit.
It was so stupid, and I wanted it to kind of continue, and we'll talk about it in the break.
Was it talking in our water bottles?
No. So now I have a tube of toilet paper that I could talk through. I'm cave boy. Help. Help. Bill. I'm well boy. I'm stuck in the well. Help me.
Bill.
Yeah, hey guys.
Yeah, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, I was wondering if on that gnome segment, if you guys thought Bob Kelly would be crying through the whole thing.
We got to ask him.
Oh,
Bob's on there, too. He has a fear of the treadmill. Fucking behemoth. All right, let's smack Bob's face with my dick.
Let's go to Eric in New Jersey. Eric.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Joaquin, good morning again. Hey, listen, it's a very popular phobia, that oven phobia. 6 million Jews had it. Car crash?
Well,
not even.
No. We did that joke very subtly.
Yeah,
dude,
very. That was one of those jokes we did very carefully.
See, sir,
like a surgeon, we were very careful.
Precision.
Mm-hmm. There's
a way to address an awful subject because it's obvious, but when you just go 6 million Jews were killed, it's like,
Yeah, could you...
Come on, fella.
Frank in New York.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hi, Frank. Thanks for the call before. Love the book. Wow, apparently I have a fear of good punchlines.
I just want to point the stickers for the Jimmy Show on Saturday.
Oh, good, man. Thank you. Bring some WOW stickers. That's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. On Wednesday, if you got a WOW sticker, girls will show you their tits and drive away. That's my explanation.
We're giving out WOW stickers at the Bananas show?
Well, you can buy them. At Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Are you bringing some WOW stickers?
Yeah, well, I asked for like a couple hundred, but they only gave me 100.
Of course they did.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Can you bring up some WOW stickers for us, Jimmy?
I will, yeah. They should be given out at all my shows.
Yeah, Jimmy's at Bananas in Hasbrook Heights.
No, Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
And we're doing the bigger room, so there's going to be, hopefully close to 2,000 people for the weekend. So,
wow. Could you bring a box of
100 stickers they give us?
Yeah, bring a few stickers.
Okay.
Maybe a few shirts, if you would.
Yeah.
Sidecar Club Soda Candy could just throw them out as you're doing your thing.
What, throw them out while I'm on stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that idea.
That's a little distracting.
Opie said so.
Yeah,
sorry, Jimmy.
Trying to get to a punchline, and there's this fucking 6'6" mustachioed ass throwing rolled up shirts.
Get them while they're hot.
Exactly. It's like a tall Dave Wanstead. That fucking narrowing head of his. Fucking Kenny's head tapers.
He's almost a pinhead.
He really is.
Zippy.
He fucking has big feet, big man legs, wide, giant shoulders, little head. Kenny, where's your head? I don't know. A witch doctor attacked me. A witch doctor hurt me. Fucking little teeny head.
Drew, you ready?
Yes, I am. I got a piss.
Drew Boogie in studio. He's been doing great for us all morning long. We'll go to break with some more Drew Boogie.
I want to get busy. I want to get busy. I want to get busy. Hey, hey. Hey! Our duties Our duties have destructive power.
Houston stinks now. You should have seen it a month ago.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show. When you battle me, I feel vibe. People always say my style is wild. You got gone, you got cow. Step to me, I'm a rap on fire. If you wanna battle, don't eat tonight. Coming from your ears to check my style. Go ahead, put my rhymes out, child. Cast you off into exile. Cast you off into exile. Cast you off.
Give it up for Drew Boogie, live in studio today, doing a great job for us. Drew Boogie, yeah. Careful with the clapping. We don't want to sound like a morning zoo where we clap for everything. Right. Why not? Right, we have our own style here. That was kind of morning zoo-ish.
No, it wasn't. We were applauding a fine work by a friend. It was a genuine applause as opposed to cover up the silence or a bad cornball moment.
How about we do the applause thing as we introduce our next guest, just to give it the morning zoo feel, all right?
This is the morning zoo, okay.
All right, so from Celebrity Fit Club. It's
You're not saying it right. You got to talk. You're talking in your real voice.
No, I'm not doing the voice. No.
You have to.
I don't want to.
It won't fit the clapping.
It's Jewish.
Come on, do it. I just want to do the applause thing.
No.
Anthony's better at the morning zoo
No,
voice.
you got to do the zoo voice. Because that's more authentic.
I don't feel like doing the hacky radio voice today. I don't want to play.
I don't want to do the hacky radio voice.
Jimmy, you do it. Because you do a pretty good job with it as well. Watch. Jimmy's great at this.
All right. It's the, here's Dr. Ian Smith.
But that's Johnny Carson.
Oh, but it's good.
Anyway, Dr. Ian Smith from Celebrity Fit Club.
Yeah, let's give it up for him.
Yeah.
And his new book that we forgot to promote.
Trying to be a wacky zooey.
He was at our St. Patty's Day broadcast at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yep.
And he had a lot of fun with us, and then we realized as he was leaving that we never gave him one fucking plug.
Great bunch of guys we are.
The book is called The Fat Smash Diet. It includes over 50 easy and tasty recipes from Dr. Ian Smith. And I hear this is working for a lot of people.
It's unbelievable. I had this guy send me an email who lost 27 pounds in 3 weeks. At first I was like...
Robert Reed?
No. He lost weight for another reason, but anyway.
Yeah.
If you like strawberries, just put them on the penis of your partner and then run at you from across the room with a...
Oh, God. But I told this guy, I was like, dude, I mean, I'm happy you're losing so much weight, but that's a lot of weight.
You might want to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, but no, people are losing weight, and there's what's really cool, I did this on the website. I put up testimonials, so like people could say like what they're doing and stuff like that, and people are responding to it.
That's just as cool as looking at porno.
Yeah, okay. I can see the connection.
Honestly, I've already read through the book. What I like about this diet book, and actually I'm looking more for like nutritious reasons, it's a very easy read. Because some of these books are ridiculously complicated.
They're like encyclopedias, right?
You could pretty much, look at this thing in a day.
I can't read the book until I at least weigh as much as the book. So I'm working on it.
And you weigh about 5 pounds.
It's only like 150 pages, and there's a lot of big printing.
You know why though? I'm gonna tell you why. The celebrities, they were like, I gave them another book, and they were like, "We love you, Dr. Ian, but guess what? It's too complicated."
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I got it.
So
for the next season, I'm going to make it nice and easy.
Yeah.
Thin, to the point, all the fat, pun intended, all the fat is cut out, and then boom, here we have it.
Let me ask you a question. This starts at 8 a.m., ends at 9 p.m. with a light snack. What is your assumed wake-up and bedtimes?
Oh, I assume that if you're going to sleep, about 10 o'clock.
All right, so a light snack an hour before bed.
Yeah.
Like something, okay. So my
fine.
schedule's a
So
little
that's
weird.
like 4 in the morning for you.
Yeah, what are you putting in your mouth at like 1 in the morning? And I mean food.
You haven't eating lately? I've been eating, and I haven't worked out in 3 days. I feel like such a fatso. I've been.
He sounded like Bruce Valanche when he said that.
I've eaten pretzels lately, which I know have a lot of carbs, but
pretzels. No. No, that's fine.
But at night?
Yeah. Are you eating a bag of pretzels?
No, not a bag.
His portions are pretty big.
Yeah.
He just sucks on one pretzel stick.
My portions are just do anything to keep yourself from jerking off until your dick hurts on Pal Talk. That's what my portions are.
He's a real guest. He was just on the Today Show.
I happen to like Dr. Smith very much.
We want him to come around every once in a while.
He will come around, but I have to express it in
on with Matt Lauer.
A language. Were you on with Matt Lauer?
Yes.
Cool.
And Kelly LeBrock.
Is that the new host?
No.
I know Kelly.
You are retarded. Meredith Vieira, but no. Didn't Kelly look great?
I love her. These guys didn't really agree with me, but she's still sexy, man. Especially after she lost all that weight. She lost what, 30 pounds or something?
31 pounds on the
31
diet.
pounds on the show. She looks great. She looks great again.
She didn't lose in her titties there. I see.
She was
very nice.
I got to tell you something. And here's the funny thing about her is that she had a tough time right after her celebrity and tough marriage, blah blah blah. But then she said she gained weight because she was tired of guys looking at her. And I was like,
yeah,
interesting. And let me tell you something. When those pounds started coming off, that hemline got shorter, the cleavage got,
yeah, that's just an excuse, I think. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to get into her personal stuff, but she had a tough...
You just didn't buy it that she got fat because she was tired of guys looking at her.
There was other stuff going on.
There had to be.
There was other stuff.
Yeah, Dr. Ian Smith had something he really wanted to do for Celebrity Fit Club, but they wouldn't go for it. Like show her getting sexier and sexier with her outfits.
With her excuse, with her saying, "Oh, I don't want men looking at me anymore." And then each time, I wanted to show like a montage of like sexier to the very end where she's like,
Why wouldn't they do that?
Because I'm not a producer, and producers like to be in charge of everything, and no one else has a good idea but a producer.
There you go.
You like that?
Excellent.
Okay, now I'm going to get fired from my show.
That's why this show works so great. We don't have a producer.
Yeah. Try to find him. Good
Does
luck.
your producer highlight text for no reason and then put his face on a mirror? We love Ben. We're kidding.
And can we talk about what you were talking about before you came in here? How it was tough to not look at her boobs while you're doing the Today Show interview?
Yeah, this is Ian.
Well, way to ask as you give it away.
Of course.
So he has to say it. I like
what
that.
I do, of course.
This is for my fans. This is Ian speaking, not Dr. Ian. This is Ian the man speaking. I just feel like, it's interesting. Like, women are very attractive. I love women. It's no secret. Okay, I love beautiful, and Kelly's beautiful. But I always wonder, like, when you're checking out a babe, right? Is she watching you watch her? Like, does she know you looked at her? And that worries me because then they're like, ew, he's a pervert. But I'm not. But, like, you have a low-cut dress on, you look beautiful. What am I supposed to do? Look up at the sky at the birds? I don't know what to do.
Well, you almost have an excuse, though. Because of your line of work, you could be assessing her body and, thinking about, what she could do to help herself out or not. Us, it's just pure like pervert.
Well, what do the ladies expect if they're going to wear those dresses? Like, the ladies got to call up and explain that. We're supposed to look, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And it's not like I'm not like slobbering out of my mouth, but I'm appreciating you are beautiful, and I think that's fair. I mean, right? I mean, don't call me a pig. People can say, "Oh, Dr. Ian's a pig now," but it's not. I'm a guy. What?
Can't you appreciate a beautiful painting?
Absolutely.
Or the cuteness of a puppy dog?
Sure.
Why can't you then look at a beautiful woman and just appreciate, without having all the other stuff thrown in, like you want to bash her over the head with a cinder block and have sex with her and bury her in a shallow grave?
But then again, I don't want to bury my face in a painting on the elevator. I don't stand behind a painting on the train, pressing my erection on it, making the yummy noise.
That's the worst.
He's never coming back, Jimmy.
Do you
understand this?
Well, I'm just saying things I don't do. I happen to not do that stuff, thank God.
Good for you.
Can I tell you, though, a friend of mine was on the train, a female friend, and that happened to her, actually. And I was like, I was mesmerized because, first of all, I couldn't believe that a guy would do that, first of all, like in a crowded train. And then I said to her, so what do you do in that kind of situation? And she turned around and told him, and she did it loud to embarrass him, if you don't get your so-and-so, I know this is XM, I can say stuff I can't.
Yeah.
She said, if you don't get your so-and-so off me, I'm going to smack you across your face.
The way you should handle it.
The guy totally, cowered. Everyone in the train was looking at the guy.
They usually are cowards, those guys that would do stuff like that. Did you hear the story now about the guy? Remember the guy that was photographed?
Yeah, the greatest subway perv story ever.
Yeah,
it's kind of an empty train, and this guy just sees a beautiful woman and just decides to start
whips it out and starts jacking in the seat. She pulls out her cell phone and snaps a picture, puts it on the internet, gives it to the police. They find out who this guy is. He's some kind of restaurateur.
What? Picture is on the front page of the New York Post, I believe,
the New York
a few
Post.
months back.
So he, since then, he's lost the restaurants. Like no one wants to go down there and do that. So he's now claiming. This is what he's claiming, that she was very insensitive to put it on the internet. That she perhaps would have been justified to give it to the police, but to put it on the internet was something she should not have done because it kind of ruined him.
Was he suing her?
Probably will end up suing her. He also said that she walked in on him. The train was empty. He was jacking.
I'm in my own bathroom. What are you doing?
Excuse me, I'm jacking here. Yeah, and she walked into the car as he was jacking.
Do you know the beauty of somebody coming with a story? I've never heard of a story with less merit than what he's saying.
That jerk off at the 9/11 conspiracy had a better story than this guy has about why he was jerking in the subway.
Well, she walked in on me. I mean, I lived on that train.
Hey, lady.
Hey, right.
Jerking off here.
And she
like
said
Hamilton. Doesn't anybody fucking knock?
She was insensitive for putting on the internet, huh? That's like that. Just like this weirdo from the Homeland Security. Like this guy. Are you crazy? What is going on with this country?
Yeah.
This pervert is sitting there with...
Thought it was a 14-year-old girl that he was talking to.
And describing... But here's the thing I have, this story. I mean, it's really sick to even think about it, but what kind of guy who knows that he's being a pervert, who knows what's happening, he knows the stings, will give his full name and what he does for a living? He did that. He said...
Can you look to your left?
What the... You did that?
Jimmy Norton.
No.
Well, not to underage girls, but...
Oh, yeah, to a regular girl.
To anybody.
Nah, but we're talking about... This guy's a Homeland Security high official. He turns around and says who I am, what I do.
Sent his picture.
With
his, number. His official...
There's a thing on it.
Badge number, whatever.
To impress her.
Yeah, to impress her. And it impressed the police on the other end because they scooped him right up.
I love the fact that they're going after these predators. They are smashing so many of these child porn people and these fucking vultures. It's great.
You know what they got to do, though? They got to do one more step further. They got to have tougher laws, like crazy laws. Like, if you get caught doing this, it's mandatory 50 years. Like, something crazy like that. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Can we get cut one break?
I know. We all make mistakes.
Please. Let's go to the phones. We got Dr. Ian Smith in studio. Andy in New Rochelle. Andy.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
What's up, man?
So, I've been doing the diet, following the book and everything. The first 9 days, the detox thing is like the hardest thing you could ever imagine. You got to eat fruits and vegetables and, pretty much eat nothing. And you're pretty much just shitting all day long. That's about it.
He's right. It's the flush. You're right.
Flush.
It's a detox flush. You're exactly right.
For 90 days.
Yeah, but I was a little disappointed because I only lost about 5 pounds. in that first 9 days.
Only 5 pounds in 9 days? You're upset at that?
Yeah, because usually I burn, I burn fat really quick.
Okay, but
when I try to diet.
But can I tell you something though? You're supposed to lose 2 pounds a week.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just said you lost 5 pounds in less than 2 weeks.
And he was disappointed.
And you're disappointed.
Well, I've lost 11 total in probably about 2.5 weeks.
What's wrong with dude? That's awesome. I want you to send in your testimonial because that's
all right.
That's exactly what I want to happen. I mean, by the way, let me just say to you, you're right. The first 9 days are tough, and it's meant to be tough because once you get past that first 9 days, you now have a total new respect for fish and chicken and meat. That's the whole idea. You detox and you flush it out of your system.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't wait to start eating again. It was amazing. Like, to get past just the fruits and the vegetables, that was driving me nuts.
Well, I want to say congratulations, even though you kind of feel like you should have lost 100 pounds in a week. But
well, because you know what it is? I've done all these lousy diets like Atkins and all that crap, and I'm used to losing weight really fast.
And you're used to gaining
it all back.
Yeah, you're used to
gain it back.
Doesn't happen on this one, my friend.
All right.
All right, man.
I lost weight faster than Mabel.
And I'm the one who emails you. Like,
if I may use Mabel King again on one show.
Email me again.
All right, let's go to Momo.
Momo. Hey, good morning, Don.
I had a candy bar. I lost 210 pounds in 45 minutes, or however long I was out for.
Hey, first of all, Opie, I just want to tell you I love you. I think you're a great guy.
Uh-oh. That's suspect.
But anyway.
But
and Jimmy, I
usually
love
there's a butt there, but
yeah, well, I think
thank you, Momo.
I think he wishes there was a butt there. Yours.
Where's Pat been?
Thank you, Momo. What do you got?
I want to ask Dr. Ian. Dr. Ian, I have a condition. I'm sure you're familiar with celiac sprue. And is there anything? I don't know about your diet. I've never read the book. I don't know anything about it. But do you have any tips? Because I really do need. I'm a commercial driver. I'm one of those schleps that drive these trucks, and I do need to lose some weight. So what would you recommend as far as that goes?
First of all, I always tell people who have medical conditions, the first thing you have to do, and I'm just not trying to sell a book, this is for any diet you go on, whether it's mine or someone else's, you got to take the foods that are in the program to your doctor and say, listen, what foods are going to trigger my illness and what won't trigger my illness, first of all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? People go on these programs, they have medical conditions, and they're eating bad stuff for them, and they get sick. So, first thing you do is get the book, and you know what? Like I said, I'm not trying to sell you a book. Take the book, take it back if you don't want it, but get the book, take it to your doctor, and say, listen, circle or write down the foods that I can eat on this. The great thing about my program is you can eat tons of different foods and you can have substitutions. So this will work for you. I've actually had people who have this illness who've emailed me. This will work for you, but you have to choose what food you want to eat on the program.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. I got one quick question. Jimmy, do you have any idea if you're ever going to come and do a show in Memphis?
I'll get down there eventually. There's other places like Oklahoma, Minnesota, Seattle that I want to hit first, where I've gotten a lot of email, Portland, Oregon, but I will eventually get down there because I think XM has a thing down in Tennessee, right?
There's a funny bone down here. I've been dying to come down here.
Nashville,
okay.
Oh, that's right.
Love to have you, man. All right, guys.
Thank you, man.
All right. Very good. Let's see. We got a lot of truckers calling Dr. Ian Smith. This is Troy in South Carolina. Troy?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Hey, man.
I'm not a trucker. I'm an on-the-road salesman. 800, 1,200 miles a week. I'm driving around, eating out with customers a lot. I find myself hitting the drive-thrus and whatnot. I'd like to lose weight. I'd like to eat better. How can I go about making better choices? Is there something I can do? I don't have a kitchen to go to every day. I don't have a place to pack a lunch and have that. What can I do when I'm forced to do it commercially? I guess eat commercially.
See, I get this question all the time, and let me explain something to you. The whole purpose of the diet is I give you a long list of foods that you could find in the middle of freaking Little Butt, Arkansas. I mean, if you go into a restaurant and you have my book with you, it's very small, like Opie said, you can fit it in anything. You go in there and say, okay, listen, what can I have? There's tons of stuff on the menu you can have. It's just an issue of ordering what you can eat off the diet. And the second... Go ahead.
As far as a drive-through, though, are there any better restaurants to, if I'm hitting, a drive-through? I mean, is that going to address some of those things as well?
Absolutely. I mean, but of course, if you go to Fat Burger's drive-through, which I love in L.A., that's not going to help you. But if you go to, I don't know, these restaurants that have all these different burgers.
Denny's is like a common one that's open late.
Yeah. Places,
egg whites.
But you know what the biggest problem is when you eat out is you know what's healthy on the menu, but you see all the choices of all that stuff where you're like, I love all all this. It's so hard in your mind to go, well, all right, I'll blow off what I really want to eat because I'm trying to eat healthy. You know, you're so tempted by the menu.
Hey, listen, if I could bottle up discipline and motivation and sell it to you guys.
That's the biggest challenge, though, you know?
Trump would.
So it's
I'd be
a
Trump's
mind
daddy.
thing. Just getting your mind right. I'll have to go pick up the book. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day.
I'm trying to work out because my foot hurts, so I can't do certain anything, like even swimming is hard because of the motion of my ankle. I have an Achilles problem, so I do a lot of bike, which helps, and then light weights. And I started doing those little faggoty balls, those big rubber balls. Those things I've started doing like sit-ups on those things, and I honest to God thought I was going to shit in the gym while I was doing it. Those things, I've never felt any type of an abdomen workout or back too. Like it's like that stuff was really good, and I haven't done it.
Obviously.
What?
Never felt any type of abdomen workout.
I know. I really am saying that like I'm built like Bruce Lee and you're all supposed to go, get out of here, you.
My wife does those things. I used to look at those things like, what are these people doing? Like the trainers, like, what are they doing with stupid balls? And then I tried it because I was helping some people. I was like, whoa. Like, there are certain muscles you can get with that you don't get, like, lying straight on the floor or whatever.
I can feel a teeny bit of a chest muscle, too. Ooh. I've been feeling... Wait. Not much. Not much. Just a teeny bit. A teeny bit.
But it's there.
He's motivated, though. He's lost a lot of weight. He really has.
Last few days I've been lazy, but, yeah, I've been going to the gym a lot.
How much you lose?
Weight-wise, I don't think a lot of actual pounds. I'm just trying to tone up.
You're transforming.
No, you've lost a lot of weight.
You think so? I don't know.
Very obvious.
I don't, because I'll weigh myself, and I'm like,
From the HBO show you did to now?
I was a monster then. Big fat pig with an open shirt. You know how hard, you know how hard it was to find promo shots? Everyone HBO sent me for the DVDs coming out. Everyone they sent me, my neck, my double fat neck. Oh, I was just sick in every picture. I'm like, no.
How did it look?
It was smiling. Big fucking retard face smile. Happy. Like John Panette.
I love this guy. This guy's
Jimmy's great. He's going to be on Lucky Louie in June there, Dr. Ian Smith.
The show, it's not out yet.
On HBO, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Right after Entourage.
Whoa. You're blowing up, man.
Well, we hope so.
We're going to lose him soon.
You're not.
It's
Please, you're not.
He just is in denial still.
I'm going nowhere.
Let's go to Brian in Jersey. Brian?
Yeah, gentlemen, how are you?
Good, Brian. Thanks for the call.
I got a question for Dr. Ian Smith. I'm an ex-college football player. I've lost over 100 pounds. I was 320 pounds, up to a size 48 waist. I'm down to a 38, and basically I'm at this plateau at 220 where no matter what the hell I do, no matter how healthy I eat, no matter how much I work out, I'm not losing another pound. What's the next step to go into losing more weight? And so I want to get down to like 180 so I can actually be in, good shape for the next 30, 40 years, if that ever fucking happens.
Okay, hold on. Can I just first tell you, to lose 108 pounds, you said?
100 pounds, yeah.
First of all, that's tremendous. I mean, come on, dude. People are so hard on themselves. First of all, acknowledge that's a great job.
No, it totally is. It totally is, but I'm still out of shape, like physically. That like when I go and run, I still get winded real easily. Obviously, a lot more than I was when I was playing football all the time.
Okay, here's the deal, my man. You hit a plateau because your body is happy with all the weight that you've lost. That's normal. Your body is saying, listen, I lost a lot of weight, leave me alone. So you got to kick it up. And I have a chapter that's called Busting the Plateau. And the idea is we're going to drop your calories a little bit. We're going to kick up your burn on the other side. And that will kick it off. My 9-day detox will get you running. Trust me. It will get you going. But, you got to be patient, though, my man. It's not going to happen in 2 days.
Oh, it's been over 3 years. It's been a 3-year process. This hasn't been, quickly. I've been doing this very slowly over 3 years, but I've been at this plateau now for about 9 months.
Here's the deal. You get the book and read my chapter on how to break through the plateau. If it does not work, you email me, and I will send you a refund for the book. That's how confident I'm that confident in it.
Cool, man.
All right.
Much appreciated.
All right, man.
Yeah, the book's called The Fat Smash Diet by Dr. Ian.
I'm going to try this because, again, I had a plateau, too. It's funny you said that because that's where I feel like I'm not. Maybe that's my problem. Like, I'm kind of teetering around this one, and I don't care what I weigh. I don't care what the scale says. I'm just like.
You just want to look good, right?
I just want to be svelte and gentlemanly.
For the ladies.
Yeah. I want to just do the bike for a half hour every 3 days and then look like Dr. Ian Smith in 2 months. I'm very unrealistic.
Good luck to you.
Can I tell you guys who's on season 4?
No.
Am I allowed to say that?
Oh.
Yes.
I want to know.
I would love to know.
You know, really?
Yeah.
Celebrity Fit Club season 4.
I was on the phone with Big Pussy yesterday. Vinny Pastore
Really?
from Sopranos.
Very cool.
And he's going to be on.
What is he weighing these days about?
270, he said.
270?
The whole cast got huge, though. You seen Gandolfini's a monster. Even
Except for that one guy, Joe, who was on.
Oh, yeah.
We had him on about a week ago.
Yeah, he looked pretty. He's still limping,
2
but he
weeks,
looks
whatever.
good. So he's on, and guess I didn't know this lady. Her name is Erica Eleniak from Baywatch. She's one of the Baywatch babes, right? So I didn't recognize the name, so I went on the internet, and I was like, holy cow, she is a babe. She was a babe. And I'm like, how did she gain weight?
How much does she weigh now?
They haven't told me the weight yet.
This is the key, though. Get her now, start banging her, and then just keep her self-esteem low so when she looks good again, she still feels like a fatso and you can climb on whenever you want. That's my key. That's the Jim Norton horse smash diet.
I'll tell you said that. When we start taping in L.A. in 2 weeks, I'll let her know what Jim Norton said.
And our dream is to see an anorexic model on the show. Where you just browbeat her because she's only lost 2 pounds.
What's wrong with you, fatty?
Yeah, exactly. I ate a pea today. Well, what else did you indulge in?
Right. I can only see 3 ribs. Well, you guys kind of did it, though, with Gunnar. Let's be honest. The guy, I mean, we've argued about this, but when I think Celebrity Fit Club, I want to see fatties right off the bat.
Yeah, but I'm going to stick my grounds, Opie. I don't care how much I like you.
Used to be.
Yes.
Oh, my God, that's her.
What happened?
Right.
Are you kidding me? She's unbelievable.
Okay, you know what now? You ruined it because I can't watch the show.
No.
Because if I see her in any other light but that, it's ruined.
Well, you could see her hair in the Shot in the Dark video. She looks like Ozzy.
It's Ozzy's hair.
She was in all those... She was in the movie with... a bunch of movies.
Dude, she was like...
She was the one that jumped out of the cake, right? In that movie with... Was it Steven Seagal or something?
She was the hot babe for like 10 minutes back in the 80s.
Give her 15
everywhere.
minutes. Give her 15
All right,
minutes.
15 minutes.
No, and then she was the first
Look
one that went out with
naked
Scott
she is in that.
Baio, I think.
Did she?
I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
Steven Seagal put some weight on, too. I met him once in L.A. Just out of luck, and he's like a...
But turn that back around and I shoot you.
So she's on the show.
She's on the show.
How much you think... what would you guess?
How much she weighs?
Yeah.
She's probably 30 pounds overweight at least.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. All right, you were saying,
sorry.
with the Gunner thing.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing with Gunner. I'm going to stick my ground. Most people, believe it or not, even though America is way overweight, most people only have about 15 to 20 pounds to lose. Mm-hmm. And even though Gunner wasn't very much overweight, Gunner was like, these rock star guys. Because I told him, I said, Gunner, dude, you're 2 pounds overweight. What can I do for you? I was upset in the beginning. But then he was like, but you don't know how I was back in the 80s. And he wanted to be like ripped and tight, like you. Anthony, you wanted to be ripped and tight.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, that's just a tight sweater.
Yeah.
My stupid sweater that I knew I'd catch shit for.
Buy a medium sweater, wet it, fucking then dry it for 4 days, and then put it on where your body is just forced out through your asshole. That's the Anthony sweater diet.
It's really just a sweater, Dr.
This sweater is getting burned tonight. I am burning this sweater.
It'll go up like one match. Gone. Flash pay
you guys are awesome. From the Today Show to you guys, this is great. I love this.
Please come back because we do like you.
Yeah, this is real.
I'm gonna try this stuff, man. I really am. I hit a plateau. That was exactly the word what he said.
We got like 2 minutes left, and then we're gonna go right to Drew Boogie to end the show. So, to finish up with Gunner, did you finish up? I don't even know now.
Yeah, I mean Gunner lost 19 freaking pounds. I mean, he looks awesome now.
And he wanted to get more fit. It wasn't so much about
But as a
losing
viewer,
a lot of weight.
it's a lot more fun to see really big, overweight celebrities.
Yeah, that's what people want to see.
You know,
big fat
who else is
celebrities.
on the Celebrity Fit Club 4?
Oh, we got Nick Turturro, John Turturro's brother. We got Carney Wilson, who's coming. She's the one. Yeah, I know. She had the gastric bypass surgery. She
had the kid, and then she gained weight after the kid.
We got the rapper Bone Crusher.
You have to have that rapper.
And have to get that rapper
every season.
And then we got the last one is going to be Angie Stone, who is a big R&B singer, and it's going to be good. There's something for everybody.
Can I plug these books real quick? Dr. Smith's book, the Fat Smash Diet, definitely good.
Hold on, before you say that. Are both books on? Okay, sorry. Do what you got.
And Frank Vincent, A Guy's Guide to Being a Man's Man, one of my favorite actors. And, of course, I'm at Bananas, and my tickets for the Orpheum with Dave Attell went on sale today, and tomorrow we go on sale for May 13th at the Borgata Event Center, me and Dave Attell.
Where's Bananas?
Bananas, Poughkeepsie. Tonight, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday.
And the link for the books are up on our website.
Yes.
I've checked out the Fat Smash Diet book. It's excellent. There's something in there for everybody.
I'm going to start Monday.
I don't need to follow the program, but I'm getting like some really good little tips and some nice recipes for like healthy eating.
You don't need to follow the program. Look at the. You ever see the body on him? I'm just saying.
He's in good shape.
Oh, been beyond good shape. He's the type of shape when he walks in, you just go, Jesus, I wish I was a girl.
You're a mess, Jimmy. Jimmy had a killer show today.
I love you guys.
Dr. Ian Smith, thank you so much.
Good being here, guys.
Always a pleasure. And Drew Boogie, what can I say? You rock today.
Fucking great, man.
And we're going to go out with some Drew Boogie. You guys have a great weekend. Have a great time at Madison. Poughkeepsie, Jimmy.
Thanks, and I'll make sure It's true.
That's it, party is over. Everybody go home.